Previously on the Lineage of Moonreach. We spent a long time in battle with Furnace, the Bloody. We did a ton of damage, Pinwin animated objects and fucked shit up like crazy, and Herc Snake Punch really came through at the end.
The D20 Syndicate presents The Lineage of Moonreach.
Welcome to the D20 Syndicate Podcast, a weekly Dungeons and Dragons podcast. It's 5e and it's an actual play. I am your host, and Seth. I'm your host and Seth
at the same time.
Man,
and you said it like you
I am your host and
I was
Seth
choking.
DM.
I'm your host and DM, Seth, and I'm fucking stupid. And around the table we have our players.
I'm Billy, and I play Willem.
I'm Tomar.
I'm Elijah, and I play
Method
Hirstag.
acting. Sorry.
I'm Lindsey, and I play Pinwin.
And I'm Michaela, and I play Gorbel.
Now, each week we record our sessions and we dole it out for you beautiful listeners. And with Thursday is our day, so you're listening on Thursday. Not that it matters. But in case you weren't aware, look outside. You're like, what day is it? It's Thursday, you fucking moron.
What if they wait to listen
Now
to
who's
it?
stupid, listeners?
You can listen
Probably
to
everyone.
it. Listen to it whatever day you want to listen to it.
That's true. You can.
Do what you want.
Yeah, there's not any limitations.
Yeah.
As
But,
long as you listen to all of them.
yes.
In
All the
order.
time.
At
In
the
one day.
beginning.
Just hit shuffle and go on a car ride.
And if this is your first foray into the D20 Syndicate podcast, please check out episode 1, Gunky Evil. It's where all of this bullshit rolls out.
Of the bull.
Shit. Bullshit.
Willem and I both leveled up. And in the previous episode, I had said that I just got whatever I said.
I got the thing.
Which, proficiency
thing.
went
cool.
up. But also, I just noticed that I have another use of action surge and indomitable. So that is very useful.
That is neat.
You can't kill me.
Try it. Try you fucking bitch.
You can't fucking kill Tomar, and there's nothing that Tomar can't kill. Try it.
I've never even used indomitable. I didn't even remember I had it, but you can re-roll a saving throw that you fail.
Oh my
Nice.
gosh.
If you do so, you must use the new roll, and you can't use this feature again until you finish a long rest.
Ever. Well, what'd you get?
Yeah.
I went ahead and I'm doing some multi-classing. So I have
Lilu Dallas multiclass.
Lilu Dallas multi-class.
He knows it's a multi-class.
So I have 13 levels in Rogue, and I now have 4 levels in Fighter.
Yeah.
I took an additional feat. I took Alert.
So I has 3 feet.
Oh, wait, I have 9 feet. And that gives me a +5 bonus to initiative.
Sweet.
So now my initiative is +10. And I can't be surprised
That's
while
a
I'm
lot.
conscious. And other creatures don't gain advantage on attack rolls against me as a result of being unseen by me.
So he's sneaky and he's quick, and he'll be the first to hit you in a fight.
I will
Wait.
fuck your mother.
They can't get advantage on you at all?
No, in that one.
Oh. Okay.
Other creatures don't gain advantage on attack rolls against you as a result of being unseen by you.
Ah.
So they can try and sneak up on me, but they don't get advantage.
That's cool. What was it? Oh. And at level 5, I think, right? Isn't it you get extra attack for fighter?
Yes.
Yeah, but he's level 4.
I know, I'm just saying something to look forward to.
I mean, I'm probably going to die before I level up again.
Hopefully.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, probably.
Considering we took so much damage in the last fight.
Yeah.
I didn't get injured whatsoever.
Nobody did.
For a second, I thought Burnett was going to fucking take my eagle ass out, but he was like, I'm just going to kill myself.
Fuck living.
Never mind. I'm going to ride this crater meteor down to fucking Earth.
Well, I mean, also,
I
Herc
really was
just walked up and
thinking he was
Thanos
killing
him.
himself.
Yeah, he just fucking KO'd the fuck out of that dude.
Yeah. So here we are. Let's do a around the campfire question. Do we have anything else to say before that?
Campfire.
Just fucking Patreon.
Yeah, Patreon, social media. Check us out. Donate. Do all that.
Patreon.com/D20_syndicate is where you can find our dope tiers.
Yes.
and
check it out.
Submit campfire questions depending on which tier you select.
Yep. But since I don't have one of those from a patron, since we are all their warlocks, we will just do ones that I have prepared. So, yeah, here's a fun one. So here's the question for today. If your character, now it's going to be a little in character and out of character, obviously, but if your character had a theme song, what theme song would it be, Pinwin?
Oh, fuck. I don't know. I'm just like, I
You looked like you had the answer because you were like,
Because I do for my personal one, even though it makes no sense.
No, I mean,
I've talked about this
choose
before.
for Pinwin. You know,
I know,
what would
but it's
be?
a different one.
Different one than what?
Like, I've talked to, I swear I've talked to everyone in my life about this. For some reason, whenever I picture myself in like if I were in a TV show, if I had a TV show, it'd be like me walking, and then it'd be the boom 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 ding, and you can tell
Stay
by the
Alive?
way I move my walk. Yeah, that one.
Move my walk.
Whatever that is. That one.
So would that
for
also
me.
be Pinwin's?
No, I don't know. That's why I made that face though, because I always picture myself at that one.
Well, I misread that.
Yep, you
I
did.
think we are realizing that this is going to be a ridiculous question.
Yes.
Yep.
What is Tomar's astrology sign?
Tomar's totally a fucking Cancer.
Damn, dude.
Okay. Here's a general. Here's a general
Maybe a
run.
Pisces.
This week's question will be: what currently is your character the most curious about in this world? Gorbel.
Most curious about would be Calcifer and what the fuck is going on there.
That's it. Out of everything in the entire world.
That seems to be the most pressing issue. Yes.
Okay. What about outside of Calcifer?
Zugoi's fighting.
Zugoi's fighting.
Interesting.
Willem.
A former partner is on my mind a lot. Her name is Shigara. And I'm just constantly kind of wondering where she's at and what she's up to and how she's doing.
Okay.
Missing your sugar.
Missing my Shigara.
Hirstag.
Love and courting.
What's it all about?
Very.
What is a love?
The question was interested.
What
or
are you most curious about
curious,
in the entire world?
Curious. It's a better word.
Whether it's lore, countries, or just general existential concepts like love.
Yeah. So, grew up in the woods. Didn't really have many people to interact with, and just trying to figure out how you get a girl dwarf to like you. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Tomar.
Where the hell's worker egg? Sidebar. All the rules for bringing someone back from the dead. And the ins and outs of that.
Pinwin.
Well,
Staying alive.
I'm most curious about everything that life has to offer, really. Like, there's so many little things that happen that can unfold with all sorts of crazy events, so many adventures to be had, and I just am so curious just to find these adventures and to explore and to just, I don't know, just see what's out there, what there is.
So
everything.
Everything.
All right. That fits. Okay. So, do I sound roomy to anybody?
No.
Okay. Let's get on into it. So Burnus dropped a big old fucking flaming meteor into the group, and then Herc stepped up, had a body full of thistles and vines and growth, and strangled the life out of him, broke his neck with his big muscular He-Man hands.
Fucking
Yeah,
swamp
her.
thinged the shit out of him.
What?
Yeah.
What do the Midland Wilds look like if they weren't on fire?
And bloody.
So they
They are not
From
on fire
everything.
anymore.
Right. So
So the Midland Wilds are well known for...
Don't push me. Dick.
Their dense forestation. They are the largest forest in Veldelin, except for the borders of the Blood Forest, which technically aren't in Veldelin. But they, at one time, were believed to be part of the Blood Forest before it was cleared out. So it's massive. It's full. The deeper you get into it, it's full of many magical creatures. It's very in tune with the Fae, and there's a lot of rumored to be a lot of like maybe even access points to the Feywild and some of the
I'm just
Fey
saying,
realms.
if we're looking at it,
I think he
what
was
it
going
looks
for like, are we looking at ferns, birches,
Oh.
elms?
Sorry,
colors.
I was going history. Yeah, it's a lot of thin, tall, like almost pines. You guys are, you would remember. You guys are a little bit further north in Veldelin, north and west. That's where Moonreach is. It is temperate, but the trees are mostly pine, tall, thin pines, where the kind of they have a little bit of a canopy, so it shoots up about 8 feet and conifers, yes, and yeah.
Did somebody say calcifer?
Fuck! Huck a pine cone at him.
But yeah, it's very, very dense and massive, and it seems like it goes up into the mountains.
Probably
a ways.
smells real good.
It smells very nice when it's not on fire. Even when it's on fire, it smells pretty good.
It smells pretty good when it's on fire too.
But
I love this incense. Oh God, our forest is on fire.
but yeah, the clearings that you find, like the one you're in now, seem to be magically constructed, because typically there would be some like sign of like
Growth.
trees. Well, there is growth here, but it seems like there'd be trees chopped away or something to clear. But this forest is so ancient that if that happened, it was so long ago, or it had to be done by magical means without actually harming the trees themselves. And wherever you look, you can see roots of a massive tree that you could probably discern was the roots of Leothandria, pretty much stretched throughout. So pretty much anywhere you'd look, you'd see at least maybe a root somewhere, even if as minor as it might look.
Here a root, there a root.
What kind of tree was Leothandria? What did it look like?
So it was this big, gnarled, massive trunk. It looked like it was like many trees kind of fused together almost. But it looked different than all the rest of the trees around it. The tree leaves themselves were much more flat and leafy, whereas everything else is more of a conifer. This one stood out very much so, even than in the foliage.
So like the Land Before Time tree with the tree stars.
Been before tree.
It's like a rat king, but with trees.
Sort of, yeah. But much more beautiful than a rat king.
Yeah, for sure. Wait, what are you saying, motherfucker?
All right, so can we tell that the battle's kind of just going our way?
So, yes, after that description. So
Thank you for that, by the way.
Yeah, no problem.
Just to put the audience
You know
there.
what? Go ahead and take 200 experience.
Leveled up as a DM. Finally, I'm level 2. But yeah, so once the kind of dust has settled a little bit and you've watched Herc strangle the life out of Burnus the Bloody, and his limp body just slides to the rock, you look around and you guys see that the soldiers have stopped like fighting, trying to like combat. You watched as Smoochie kind of chopped a few more, but they stopped moving, and a lot of the ones that had weapons dropped them, watching Burnus being destroyed and seeing this massive column of rock, flaming rock, hit the ground. And a lot of them dropped their weapons and kind of backed off a little bit, not trying to fight anymore.
I hurry over to Herc,
Okay.
and I put a hand on his shoulder, and I just look at him and nod, and like, good job, kind of thing. And then I pull my bow out, and I knock an arrow, and I put an arrow in
Okay.
Burnus's head.
Okay. Yeah, just...
I'm going to go up.
God,
and-
I thought you were going to shoot her.
Good job, buddy.
Thanks. And this is where I
I
betray.
can't have competitors.
I'm going to inspect this dude's body. Like, what the fuck was he? What does he have on him that might have been powering him? Like, what the fuck?
So yeah, I won't make you roll for it. You can see that his nice silver and white armor It's very, very... It looks like there's some sort of magical energy imbued into it. It looks of elven craft. And you know that Burnus, just from the lore of the world, was rumored to have been very, very difficult to kill. He was called Burnus the Bloody because during the riots in Deepminster, when he protected the new queen at the time, when he protected the new queen, he protected her without fighting back. And so, like, tons of people were, like, throwing stones and, like, assaulting with clubs and stuff like that. But all he did was defend. And so it, like, they, like basically broke stones over his skin and stuff like that, and he defended without fighting back, and he just basically kept his shield up and kept her protected. And when they finally made it back to the castle, he was just completely head to toe covered in blood. But he's known for being able to withstand a tremendous amount of assault before being taken down. That was always his thing, was what he was well known for.
Pinwin.
Knowing what happened with Uthor and wanting to avoid a recreation of that, but in a bad way, I'm going to cut his head off.
Okay.
And I'm going to look for a fire and drop it in.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and provide that for you. I'm going to create bonfire.
Nice.
So,
Gonna burn Burnus's brains.
Yeah.
all right, so you throw his head in the fire.
Big
I'm gonna
bucket
look
of
at the-
burning Burnus
Better
brains.
look at the soldiers while I do it.
They all seemed like very like unsure of what to do, and Smoochie and the Chaos Company and Zyko are kind of like standing there firmly, like guarding, like almost daring them to do anything, but all of them seem to be very like submissive now. Not overly energetic, not trying to do anything other than just kind of see what's happening. And after you burn the head, Herc takes a small knife off of his belt, and he takes one of Burnus's hands. He pulls the glove off, and he just saws through the bone of his wrist, and he takes the hand and he wraps it up, and he tucks it into his robe.
Fucking Hand of Osiris here?
What are
the
you
fuck's
doing?
going on?
Burnus laid waste to my city long ago, and now I have killed him. I will bring this hand back to my village.
Are they going to know whose hand that was?
I will tell them.
I mean, you could just tell them. You don't... That just seems unsanitary.
Won't it get old and like smelly?
I don't care.
Speaking as
That's what you're going to
That's
say.
fair.
I hope so.
as people who have had a necklace of fingers,
Yeah, they're really smelly.
they don't age well.
I will keep it in salt.
He's an alchemist.
Okay, fair.
He probably pickles hands all the time.
Yeah,
I don't know.
if
And he looks very satisfied at the dead body of Burnus, and then he
Hopefully he
just
doesn't
steps
try to-
off of the rock, and he kind of goes to join the Chaos Company.
So he was.
So I'm going. Okay, what?
So he was definitely a baddie, right? Like we did the right thing.
Oh my god!
Like
Who cares?
100%
He's dead.
baddie.
I knock an arrow and shoot Pinwin in the throat.
I'm assuming he was. Well, I mean, he was at least in cahoots with the council.
I grab Pinwin
Yeah.
and just put my hand over his mouth
Still talking.
Yep.
and
I'm gonna
lean
walk-
down and say,
I'm going to go investigate that staff that was in the ground.
Oh, the spear.
Spear, yeah,
Yep.
sorry.
Okay. So you
Do you have any other sweet loot on him?
he did. He had a bag of gold, and there were 200 gold pieces in there.
"Whoa!"
Boop, 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 boop. And
Also, would his armor fit anybody?
it's made for a human, and it's very light looking, but sturdy.
Well, it might fit in it.
Might be worth keeping.
It's possible.
Let's keep that armor.
Possibly Gorbel.
And you see there's another pouch at his waist, and there's a bunch of stones in there that look like they have faces carved into them.
Oh, what the fuck?
So I'm going to think to everyone.
Hey, am I doing it?
Are we on pausing?
You're just closing your eye. You look like Steven Seagal.
So we don't want these soldiers to get away and rally with other soldiers. So people need to stay behind and look after them.
What?
Dario, I name you.
We're planning on going to the cave where we think Calcifer is and where we started our journey or whatever. So at least the original wolves need to go there. But there needs to be other people to stay behind and look after the soldiers.
What do you think, Chaos Company?
How many soldiers are there?
There's probably around 50 left, roughly.
Oh yeah, they got that.
Or just fucking kill them?
I don't know if we need to kill them.
I don't really want to leave them here because this is a sacred ground.
That whole thing, yeah.
Okay, Hirstag, this is your home. What do you want to do?
I want them out of this forest. Do I know how big Midland Wilds is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's massive. Like,
It's fucking huge.
you're roughly like a mile and a half. You guys are close to the edge of it though, where you're at right now. You're roughly a mile and a half to where the tree line breaks, and then there's another about a mile or so stretch. Well, more than that. There's a few miles to the tree line. Let me back up. A few miles to the tree line, maybe 3 or 4, and then a few more miles to Moonreach from there.
Here's a question. What's the farthest big tree you've been to that isn't around here?
Well, I've seen Moonreach from a distance.
No, farther. Like, well away from here. What I'm thinking is we can have the soldiers run into the tree and you transport them wherever away, and whoever doesn't make it through dies. So that'll give them incentive to run through the tree as fast as possible.
Fucked up game.
It's better than killing them all. And
I agree.
it gets them away from here.
Yeah, I can't risk them staying here.
Go burn another forest.
Yeah, picking up where they left off. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Or we could try to convince them to leave.
Yeah, I feel like they'll probably leave.
Maybe
yeah,
I
but then
could-
they would just go meet up with their allies.
Yeah, banish them somewhere.
There's people also in Moonreach right now, and we don't
Put 'em-
want them to rally with them.
Yeah, put them somewhere real far away in the middle of goddamn nowhere. Banish their asses. I banish thee.
Oh, you could you could send them to Roundfoot Town. Trap them in the cave.
Was there
Are they
a
trying to rebuild that
tree down
also?
there? There was a tree down there.
There are some big ass roots.
Yeah, they can find their own way out, fight those werewolves.
That'll slow them down.
That I won't tell you guys about. You guys don't know about the werewolves. That's a really good idea.
All right, so let's go rally those soldiers and then throw them in one of these trees. Explain what your spell does to them, and then let them know that they only have one chance to survive.
All right.
So
I make my way up to the soldiers.
They all look very confused, and you can see a ton of weapons on the ground.
You guys fucked up.
You did.
They all kind of look at each other.
You're lucky that we're letting any of you live. This is your one chance.
One of them kind of, a tall human kind of steps forward. So, are you gonna kill? You're gonna kill some of us?
Maybe.
It all depends
On
how fast you are.
How well you listen.
a couple of them in the back start running.
Maury, do you want to get those guys?
I just picture him being like, and then just explosions from his finger.
Maury
Finger.
is like sitting down on the ground and drinking, and she like looks up and like, what are you talking about? I rolled a 1, so she she seems kind of drunk right now.
Smoochy will chase them down.
Yeah, if you guys want Smoochy to chase him down. So Smoochy goes, like, pushes aside this group of soldiers and runs, and he'd probably shout out something to him to get him to stop.
Not now.
I'll just run up and chop them.
So the few soldiers and the rest of the soldiers just kind of watch as he just makes short work of them.
Let that be a lesson. You listen very closely. Now you all follow me. We're gonna walk into a tree over here, and you're never ever coming back to these lands again.
There's like a
You are
general
banned.
muttering of affirmation. Okay, yeah, okay.
This land is under my protection. If you come back here, you will be destroyed.
They all look very, very. Give me a or an intimidation roll, but they all look pretty scared. Let's see how scared they are.
That's a 17.
17. So they seem pretty. They just watched what you guys did, and you killed Burnus the Bloody. Well, I mean, you guys, somebody did, and that was like their fucking god, pretty much. He was their commander. So they all kind of like nod. The same guy kind of steps forward again. Tell us what you want us to do.
And just so you know, I have eyes and ears all over these lands. And if you ever come back here again and pull some shit like you just did, I will come back here and I will find you.
He could hunt you down in your dreams.
They all like they all seem very, very intimidated now. Okay, I won't have you roll for that because that was pretty good.
Now you follow me to this tree.
And they start forming like neat columns towards the tree. Two rows of 25, or no, 2 rows. One has 25 in it. One has 20 because Smoochie chopped down 5.
I'm gonna open up a doorway in this tree. You have about 6 seconds, all of you, to run through this doorway. Anyone who doesn't make it is dead. So
You hear like a-
better run your asses through this tree.
They all look very scared and nervous.
Understood?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. I trace the tree.
Okay,
Cast transport via plants.
okay.
And I will send them to that underground tree in that room with the cave in.
All right, so the door opens, and they start just booking it in there. And 22 soldiers make it through in time.
Oh my god.
About half, roughly half. And the door closes. And the rest of them, like, look up at you guys.
That sucks. Sorry, guys.
Guys, they're... Could we make them work for us? They seem really stupid.
Can you make them work for us?
As you guys are talking, they all scatter in different directions.
Oh,
I cast Wall of Stone around them. Forming a radius around
You just
them.
hear them all crying out, "Oh no, let us out! We won't do anything. We'll listen to whatever you say. Don't kill us."
How about this? Would you prefer to die, or would you want to work for us?
We'll work for you.
Is there anyone here who would not work for us?
Don't kill us.
Raise your hand if you will not work for us.
You're probably not getting a super honest answer right now.
You're probably not going to be able to see them either because they're behind a wall of stone.
Oh.
Is anyone raising their hand?
Just fires a volley of arrows over the stone wall. Good luck.
Then I will cast Erupting Earth in the center of the wall.
Okay.
About to make a soldier smoothie.
At 5th level, so that'll be 5d12.
Okay. Go ahead and roll
anyone.
that damage.
Okay, where's my d12?
Do you want some others?
Yeah. 31. 36 damage to anyone in it's a 20-foot cube.
Okay.
And the DC is a dex save of 19.
You got a natural 20.
Holy shit.
So, is there any damage if they save?
Half as much.
Half as much. So
Was it
13.
36?
So 13 damage. So you hear like a and but you still hear like a so it sounds like everybody got hit, but there's a lot of wounded in there.
I'm just very badly disfigured.
Mommy.
How deep is it?
The wall
Yeah.
or the erupting earth?
The erupting earth.
The erupting earth, it takes place on the ground.
Basically, like shoots
And
stuff up.
It
Yeah.
basically
It's like
explodes.
shrapnel.
Yeah. So you saw a bunch of dust and
Yeah.
stuff fly out over the wall. Then I'm gonna cast it again.
I'm burning through all your spells too.
I want these guys to suffer.
Please, let us live. I can see the bone.
Dex save of 19.
They did not save.
Sweet. 21, 26, 27, 28. 30. 40 damage.
Okay, you hear like you guys see the the dust rise up again. You're hearing like, and then it's silent.
Then I'll drop the wall of stone.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of mangled corpses sitting on like shattered rock, and they're all twisted.
That's the darkest shit I've seen Hirstag.
I
Don't
feel
fuck with the
good.
Druid's grove.
Feeble Mind was pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But I guess you didn't see that, so. Damn. All right. Well,
Well,
no one.
that's
needs
all
to,
then.
No one needs to stay behind now. So let's all find that cave. Do you know how to get there? Maybe Hirstag?
Well, I can lead you to Moonreach.
We don't need to go to Moonreach yet. We need to go to the cave where the Lich is. It's outside of Moonreach. It's by the farm.
Well, I
sort
mean,
of.
if we don't know how to get to the cave from here, then it makes sense to go to Moonreach and then go to the cave from there, right?
Well, we might like find ourselves in another trap if we go there. Like if we can.
Well, let's
deal
approach Moonreach and then circumvent it.
with circumvent.
Yeah, we could do that. We could make our way to the that edge of the Midland Wilds and set up camp, and maybe because I did blow through a lot of my spells. Maybe take a rest and then head to the cave.
Yeah,
I don't know if we have time to take a long rest.
I mean, but
Far
we
off in the
also-
distance, you guys can still see that big magical like pyramid shape that is in the same direction as Moonreach.
You see that over there? That looks like we gotta solve it soon, sort of situation.
How far away is that?
Roughly 5 miles, 6-ish. It's right about where Moonreach is.
Well, let's head that way for now,
Okay.
and we'll see what's up. I sent the goat forward to scout, so maybe he can meet up with us on the way there to let us know what's going on.
All right, so
Let's
you guys
do it.
leave the.
I'm gonna walk up. Or no, wait. We're right by a tree. I'm gonna walk up to that tree.
I never got to investigate that spear.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we'll get. Yeah, remind me in just a sec.
I'm gonna walk up to that tree. And fuck. Maybe I shouldn't. I'll just leave a little message to the other druids that happen to be in the area.
Okay.
Hirstag was here.
Okay. In Druidic on the tree.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
With the little S that you drew on your Trapper Keeper. And
Yeah. 6-line S.
Hirstag was here.
Yeah. Okay. So Willem, you investigate the spear shoved into the ground, and as far as you can tell, it looks to be a normal spear.
Okay. I fuck off.
It's like it's a nice spear, but it doesn't seem to be itself magical.
Okay. I'm satisfied. I leave it in the ground then.
Okay.
What about the armor? Does anyone want that armor? Because that was pretty good armor.
I don't want to wear armor.
Could be enchanted. Maybe that's why he was able to take so many hits.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
So, yeah, I'll go check out the armor.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Identify.
Okay.
So, you choose an object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. If it is a magic item or some other magic-imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, and how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it.
Okay. So the armor, you have identified it as Elven Harbinger armor.
I bet it's not on there.
It's not.
Oh, good. That makes it easy. As I put a gun in my mouth.
Tooth. Just kidding. It was a piece of almond stuck in my tooth.
I thought you were serious for a second.
Just casually pulling out a tooth.
It's fine.
It's fine. I'm falling apart. Hey, even the Mona Lisa's falling apart.
So the armor takes the shape of the wearer and changes color based on the wearer's personality, and it also grants the following benefits due to its cosmic nature. When wearing this armor, you gain a flight speed of 40 feet. You also have the ability to withstand the crushing pressure of anything from outer space or meteor-based.
But not Herc.
Yeah. You have advantage on saving throws to being frightened or charmed. In addition, you have resistance to force, necrotic, and psychic damage while you wear the armor.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh my God.
And it allows you to understand and speak celestial and deep speech. It also absorbs half of all physical blows.
Oh, damn.
That
Holy
explains the
shit.
shit.
Wow. Man, that is dope.
So yes.
And is it light armor?
It morphs based on like
man.
who wears
God.
it.
So
Man.
it could be considered leather armor?
It could be.
Is that actually a stat on that?
Yeah. It takes the shape of the wearer and oh no, so maybe hold on. No, it's plate. Sorry.
Okay. Does anybody
forgot.
want some heavy-ass armor?
Fucking dibs.
That's like
And I
I'm
convey,
not
artifact.
proficient
I
in
convey
heavy.
all this stuff that I've, gathered from casting Identify to Tomar about
you
its
just
properties.
instantly know the properties of stuff when you cast that.
I used to have a spell
Yes,
like
sir.
that, and I miss it very much.
Well,
Would you be able to
happy
cast
day.
it on my sword?
Oh,
Found this weird ass sword.
by the way,
I feel like a nurse at a party.
I did kind of inspect that before, and it has necromancy powers in it.
my sword does.
Yeah,
You didn't? Did you tell me that?
I didn't.
Oh,
Why?
Why wouldn't you mention that?
Yeah, that seems kind of important.
I don't know. There might be some extra thing it does that I'm not aware of.
oh. Would you mind taking a look at it?
Yeah, sure.
It's a weird looking wooden sword.
It's a wooden sword?
Mm-hmm.
I hate you.
Petrified wood.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of cooler. All right. So, yeah, I take it, and I just kind of wave my hand over it.
Yes, you
Cast
do know
Identify.
that its school of magic is necromancy. I'm going to find the note for it.
This has some dark energy about it, friend.
I have.
You what do you have so far? Because I have a couple more things.
Yeah,
if
I
can find
think
that.
there was like
Are
extra
you
stuff you
pausing right
said.
now?
So
Not right now, no.
what it does right now is it on a successful hit, it has a chance to strike again for 1d6 damage because it's like a whipping vine thing. And then as an action, you can force an enemy to make a wisdom saving throw. On a fail, they transform into a petrified tree. And it has charges for that.
Yeah, I think it's 3.
Oh, man. The fucking trolls
I
from
did.
Ernest
I
Scared
did
Stupid
2
uses
charges.
this
Oh,
sword.
maybe it's
I think
2.
we rolled for the
Yeah.
charges. So
Yeah, and so you can kind of relay that to him that it's like it's made of petrified wood. It was, but you can tell like when you touch it, there's almost like a deity's
Sentience?
yeah, like not sentience, but like a energy about it, as if it was forged for or by a deity of some kind or some very powerful creature. You get a very powerful vibe from it. That's something very strong.
Okay. It's a powerful vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Does it lean one way or the other? As
Definitely
far as spectrum.
necromancy for
So-
sure.
so
So
dark,
there's definitely a
very
dark,
dark,
power
powerful.
about it.
Yeah, this sword carries a lot of dark energy, and it's very powerful.
Does anybody know anything about the raven symbol on the sword or anything?
Give me history. You, Tomar, you, Hirstag probably not. And yeah, everybody but Hirstag basically.
Nope.
17.
13.
24.
Nice.
Nice.
Wow.
So, Willem, you've seen that symbol in books before, usually in the language that you can understand. You know you've seen it before, but you're not 100% sure where it comes from. You just know that when you were traveling, you definitely saw it more in the south, almost near like Oakguard in that area, and the ancestral lands of some of the like older non-existent, rumored to be races that once roamed and do not anymore.
Okay. Can we get a description of what the symbol looks like?
Yeah, it looks like a raven's head.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry.
But it's done from a side profile, and it looks very, it's recognizable.
Okay.
Gorbel, you have heard rumor through different bardic traditions and from interacting with people that there was an ancient, like one of the oldest gods back before civilization. There was rumored to be one of the gods used a raven as a symbol, and it was a female god that she was a goddess that took other gods as her concubines periodically. And she was supposed to be very beautiful, but very, very, what's the word? Like, she was equated with a lot of
Fickle?
storms. Yeah, she was equated with storms and was believed to, her mood changed like the weather would. But she definitely had a nefarious energy to her, though the name might not be something that it's been lost to the annals of time.
Let me see that. And I take a closer look at the raven.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure this is a symbol of some goddess. She was she wasn't great. She would take other gods as concubines. Sort of a bad energy. I don't remember much about it, though.
What is a concubine?
It's a side piece.
Well, you see, Hirstag, when a god loves another god,
And they also want to love another god.
and Mormon hasn't been invented yet.
So were there any other things about the sword that was revealed from Identify?
What is there a certain level, or do you just learn everything about an item? Because I feel like there's.
I mean, I know
everything.
it seems OP, but yeah, it's pretty much. I'll read it again.
Okay.
It's basically like being handed the item's card.
Yeah, you choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. If it is a magic item or some other magic-imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use and how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it.
That's what I used for the amulet before.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's basically like,
So
I
this-
see all.
So this is the sword. You learn, Willem, that this is the sword of she who sits on the Raven throne. That's what it's called.
Sitting on a bunch of birds. What a bitch.
And you know that it was forged thousands of years ago.
Yeah, this is a lot of dark, very powerful energy, leaning necromancy here. It was forged by
Or thousands of years ago, and it was for express purpose of, I can use like paraphrase here, used by the she who sits on the Raven throne, and it is a cursed item.
Carol. Her name's Carol.
Oh, it's cursed.
It is a cursed item. Those who place their hand on it it cannot pass to another owner until that person dies.
Oh, I thought for a second those who
okay.
touch it are cursed,
That
and I'm
doesn't
just like,
seem that
thanks.
bad. Unless, like, it makes you catch on fire or something.
Is there
all
anything
the time.
else in the curse?
Inside the curse,
The Kurth.
so
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Here we go.
no.
Are you coming up with something?
no, I just those who carry the weapon have a very small time frame to live,
Oh.
How long have you had this, Hirstag?
unless some.
Why?
No reason.
Very curious as to how long you've had this sword in your possession.
I got it
Ballpark number.
in Roundfoot Town.
Give me the D100, whoever.
How long ago was that for you?
Oh my god.
It just kills him right now.
Maybe like a week, something like that.
Okay. I would suggest destroying this if you can.
What?
Okay. Thank you.
But it seems really cool.
The curse can only be lifted by either a very, very powerful ability to remove a curse or by destroying the weapon itself. But the weapon itself is very difficult to destroy.
This piece of wood is difficult to destroy. But if anybody can lift a curse, that would be helpful. I would suggest doing so as soon as possible. This stifles the life force of the one who carries it and could shorten your lifespan even.
Well, why are you taking so long to say it?
Okay. Not as cool.
You see, thousands of years ago.
Have a seat.
Have a seat. Word round
Why
the
was it
campfires.
just sitting outside around Foot Town?
It
then?
wasn't. Part of it was embedded in a statue.
Oh,
and
that's right.
the other part was the ring you found, and we combined
Oh, what about
them.
this ring?
How does this...
I don't want to touch anything else that you have, man.
We can save that for later. That's fine.
Are you sure?
Also, I'm out of spell slots.
Yes, I am sure.
Well, I was going to ask about this cloak because it's really cool and stuff, but like I can't get it off me, and that seems kind of weird. But I've just kind of ran with it. But I mean, you seem like you might be getting a little tired, and you know, we probably need to save that energy. So I guess later, right?
You're tired. I'm not tired.
Oh.
I walk away.
When he inspected the armor, was there any other back end shit that you didn't mention?
No. I mean,
some Trojan
vision
horse
stats,
shit.
Yeah, just send me what it is.
Okay.
I guess
Venmo me the stats, babe.
All right.
we must.
So this is cursed. I'm doomed to die at a young age with this weapon.
Well, I mean, you're already living a pretty full and healthy life, aren't you?
It's about time.
Yeah, I'll live
Call
up
it quits.
to
I mean,
like a couple thousand years.
You've seen
as
a good
druid.
run, right?
Well, I'd like to live longer.
Wouldn't we
I've
all?
got some goals. So I'm gonna cast Greater Restoration on myself with my 9th level slot. See if that,
on yourself.
or not on myself. You specified
Again.
I have to
Now we
cast it
know.
on the sword.
Correct.
I will cast
Almost
it
threw a rock at you.
on the sword.
Okay. You cast Greater Restoration on the sword. You watch as the sword itself lights up.
What
And
color
you
light?
It's like a greenish whitish light, and then you see almost as if like a smoke or a steam starts to release from the blade itself, and you can almost see like ghoulish faces leaving, and you can see like fluttering of like birds, dark winged birds leaving out of this sword itself, and kind of dissipate, and the sword seems wholly wooden now.
You want me to destroy it?
I mean, yeah, if you have that ability.
I cast create bonfire on it.
The sword itself doesn't seem to be affected by the fires of create bonfire.
So it's not wholly wooden. It's something else.
I mean, it's petrified wood.
So I drop it onto some stone that I see around.
Okay.
And I cast stone shape to create a case around it.
Okay.
Then I'm just gonna
Walk away.
huck that into the erupting earth that I cast. See if there's like a hole there that I created.
Yeah, there's a
or
little
something.
bit of a hole in there,
Okay.
and you toss that in there.
Then I'll try to kind of pat the earth around it.
I'll help him out.
Just bury that there. I mean, there's not too many people that come through this area. Oh, but this is sacred ground, though.
Why don't you just carry it? It looks like the
That's
curse
a
is
heavy
gone.
ass stone.
I don't know if
sword.
that's more Elijah or more Hirstag.
Could we just mark this spot and then just come back to it and then get it from the sacred
Oh
ground?
god, that sounds terrible now.
Okay.
This is taking way too much time.
Yeah.
Fucking
Sorry.
No, it's all right.
He just dropped this bomb on me.
You identified it here and now.
So I'll cast Stone Shape again.
Okay.
In Druidic, I will shape a Druid note
Okay.
over the stone that I placed the sword in. Cursed item. Don't wield. Destroy if you can. Love Hirstag.
Okay.
Just in case any druids happening by might have the ability to destroy it. And then I walk away.
Okay.
And I don't have a sword anymore.
All right. So are you going to lead them out of this area?
Sorry about that. That took a little bit, but I was worried for my life.
Just worried about you.
So, yeah, Moonreach is this way. I don't know if you actually need me to lead you there now because there's like a
No.
glowy thing in the distance.
Says Tomas.
I specifically wanted to find the cave, but if we're just going towards Moonreach, let's go.
All right. So
Yeah,
you guys leave the sacred grounds and find a path that leads down towards the tree line and therefore into the valleys around Moonreach. And after about a half hour, you guys come out of the forest and you can see down into the sloping plains. There is a few miles away a large magical, almost pyramid shape above what you guys remember as your hometown of Moonreach. You also see collected around the outskirts of the town are about a few, maybe 200 or 300 soldiers set up with tents.
Huh.
How many?
Like 200 to 300. It's hard to tell from this distance, but several hundred.
Well, it's like some things never change. This looks almost like it did when the day that we left.
Just soldiers waiting for us at every turn.
How far away are we?
A couple miles, like 2.5, 3 miles.
All right.
Well, I'm definitely going to have to rest at this point.
Well, are we going to Moonreach or are we going to the cave?
We're going to the cave.
Let's go to the cave.
To the
Let's
cave.
sneak around there.
Hirstag, technically, you don't need to go into the cave.
We can have the Chaos Company keep an eye on him.
Outside the cave?
Yeah, while he rests.
And then Smoochy can go in with us.
Yeah.
Sounds fine.
Okay.
So Smoochy, Lewin, Willem, Tomar, Pinwin.
Do I get to go? What's in the cave? Can I find out?
Well, let me just say
Let the little guy tag along.
that he is inside of a stone in some water.
Wouldn't it be good for Hirstag to go since he saw him and can identify exactly where he is in the cave? And
Well, we know where the water is.
Well, if he's plumb out of juice, he's not going to be able to identify
I guess.
He
anything.
might be
Yeah.
risking his own life going in there then.
that's a good point.
I mean, is the stone... Have I had any visions since I cast that thing?
So it's only been like another night, and you've had one more vision. You saw the stone in the well there, and then you saw a shape wave its hand over the well, and a little like sliver of energy came out. So the stone itself was still there and glowing, but a little bit of like magical energy like escaped and the shape left. You can still feel the presence inside of that stone. You knew that most of it was still there, but it seemed like a piece was taken.
Well, since I scryed on...
We're walking
Calcifer-
as we're talking.
Yeah, you guys are gonna skirt along the tree line, right? To try to
Yes.
go around. So you don't have far to go. You have like roughly like a little over a mile to get to that cave. It's also on. You guys are on the north side of Moonreach, and that cave is like the northwest side of Moonreach, just outside of the farmsteads. So it's about a mile-ish from the...
Seemed a lot farther when we were little.
What's the weather like down? Is it like, what time of day is it?
So right now it's early afternoon. It hasn't been that long since you guys left Moonreach in the morning. Wolves Rest in the morning. It's summer, and since it's in the middle of summer, I mean, it's a very clear, kind of humid day. No bad weather that you can see. Just like a general day in summer.
All right. Well, we'll probably want to move a little stealthy so we don't attract the soldiers' attention.
So that'll take, if you're careful, you can stick near the tree line, and it'll take you a little bit longer than normal. But yeah, if you want to remain stealthy and move that way.
Can I casually doff my armor and don the new armor as we're moving along?
Yeah, sure. So
I'm just...
So it'll take you about twice as long because you're walking. So it'll take you about 20 minutes to take the armor off and about 10 minutes to put it back, the new armor on. But you have time.
I'm kind of stepping in stride behind him, kind of just helping him put the upper, like the breastplate and stuff on. He's like, we're walking on, and he's just kind of like, I'm just
thanks, buddy.
Heave it up a little bit.
Well, these are my thoughts on the situation. I will say that I am a little nervous letting you guys go in there alone, or well, without me. You're not alone, obviously. But if that's how you feel, I'll wait outside and you guys let me know if you need me. But
we totally will.
I am very sapped of my energy right now.
That's fine.
I mean, at this point, yeah.
After everything you've done, you've defended your home. And we don't need to risk your life by bringing you in there. You've already gotten us this far.
Well, I don't want it to have been for nothing.
You definitely don't owe us anything. But I mean, at this point, if...
We don't live or die based on you!
But if you want to make the decision to come in with us, I'm not going to stop you.
If we take a few hours to rest, then I will be at full power in case things go wrong. If something goes wrong in there, I'm not going to be of much use at this point.
Right, but I don't know how much time we have in the first place.
You can rest while we go in.
I do know that the stone is still in there. I received a vision after I scryed on Calcifer. Just be aware there might be something else in there. In the vision I received, there was someone doing something with the stone.
Was it a vision of doom?
Maybe.
Just know, okay. Just stay out here.
I just have a bad feeling.
And then I take out Karag's Fury and I hand it to him. If something happens to us in there, it's up to you to find Workrag.
So he hands you the big hammer with the symbol of Workrag emblazoned on it, carved into the side. Massive warhammer.
Also, I mean, like, if you hear screaming or something from all of us, like, maybe you could probably come in.
Or at least send the Chaos Company in.
Yeah.
Psycho, you stay out here too.
No, I'm going with you.
No, you're not.
I'm going with you.
No, you're not.
Going with you.
Why can't he go in?
Yeah. Why can't
Did
Psycho
you
go?
see us fighting that army together?
I just don't want Zyko to be vaporized by Calcifer if he happens to wake up.
I'm confident in his abilities now.
Yeah, I mean, at this point,
He
He kind of looks at everybody.
Well, I'll go with the whatever the group says, I guess. Don't want to step on any toes, but you know.
Well, I would appreciate it if you come with us, Psycho.
Who are you right now? Are you Smoochy?
Smoochy.
Okay.
Trying to make my voice
No, just making sure.
different.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
It might be very dangerous. So,
Okay.
all right.
Psycho's not scared, right, Psycho?
No, not scared.
Not scared of nothing.
I never said he was scared. That's the problem.
But
I'm scared.
Yeah,
We
but
all
I mean,
should be scared.
it's not any of one of us's place to tell the other to not, help, not participate.
I already said all right.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so you guys carry on. Tomar, you had doffed your butcher's armor for the more aerodynamic and form-fitting elven harbinger armor.
I'm going to say that it has a color of copper.
Color of copper. Okay. So yeah, you notice when you slipped it on, while it was unwieldy at first, after just a few moments, it seemed to...
It sucked in on me.
Yeah, it just seemed to like start to fit a lot better, and the color changed from the white and silver to a more burnished, coppery color. When you guys kind of see it actually cinched up, he looks pretty damn good in it. He looks pretty handsome.
Wow.
I look good.
Looking sharp.
Are we all bad at whistling?
Try it again.
Wee woo.
You're welcome, listeners.
All right, well,
You do it with your teeth, right?
are you guys all ready to die? Maybe.
No.
Good.
Well, you know what they say. You don't live till you're ready to die. So let's get to living.
Does that mean we're going into the cave?
I think so.
I'm sorry, things just got kind of light when we were whistling, and
I like to imagine you guys are whistling in character.
the gravity.
We're all just standing around.
Oh, that's what I was doing.
It's because we
thought it was.
feel awkward about what
I feel
we're
like,
about to
the
do.
gravity of the situation is kind of like, I feel like it's a little lost on me right
Do you
now.
feel like maybe we should go in really prepared and take a rest or something?
You're going to be resting out here, dude.
I'm just going to keep pushing it until we get
thing-
into the cave.
But the thing is, like, the time constraint and the whole
What
them
if
being in the
Calcifer
town
explodes
right now.
out of the stone and you have to fight him?
Oh my god, what if?
With
Quit
some-
acting like
Whose
you're...
fault? Who cast all the whirlwinds? Who
I'm
cast
just
all the
saying,
whirlwinds?
you guys have also
Go to
cast
sleep.
spells.
Go to sleep.
I'm just going to camp right here. I'm not even going to go all the way to the cave. I'm just going to set up camp.
Come on, little buddy.
No.
We drag him by his
All right. Well,
You're
Which
so
direction
grumpy
is
when you're tired.
Which direction is the cave so I know where to come save you guys at?
Hirstag, are you seriously just going to like drop down right there and start resting?
No, I'll carry on.
Carry on. So yeah, you guys continue on, and you notice as it starts to get a little bit closer to like late afternoon through your travels, you can see off way on the far side of Moonreach out into the orchards. You can see the peach orchards, and they kind of, the sun hits them just right, and they kind of glow this nice warm orange green color.
Billions of peaches. Gorbel, you remember when I hucked that peach at your butt when you were running away?
No?
Yeah, you do. Because it was ripe and it exploded.
That's not ringing any bells for me now.
And everyone was saying that you pooped your pants.
This sounds made up.
Does anyone else remember that? Smoochie, you were there.
What? He was?
I don't remember that, no.
Good.
Do you think I was there?
No,
Because I definitely didn't see it.
that was in Moonweek.
In Mooney.
that was way back before I got my tongue pierced.
My speech impediment came back to childhood.
He thrust his fist against the post.
I mean, that's just something you always did, throwing fruit at people, headbutting people.
Maybe I threw it at you.
Could have been.
You've come a long way with your headbutting, because even when I first met you, you were pretty headbutty.
I
And
tried to headbutt Smoochie yesterday.
Didn't work.
But the frequency in which you are headbutting is a lot less, so that's something, right?
Don't give him ideas.
Headbutt.
Actually,
I headbutt Pinwin.
much to the delight of Willem.
Okay, sweet. Sorry.
Oh,
I believed you. Yeah.
Go into your. Did you attune to it? Did you figure it out?
I did.
Let me see it. I just want to see if the damage bonus worked.
Continue on with your reminiscing.
That was kind of it. Like, I would pelt people with fruit. We got in all sorts of shenanigans.
Yeah, I know. You were a dick.
We were all pretty shitty kids.
I thought they had burned most of that. The peach grove or whatever.
And now that you say that, you actually can tell that these groves are much smaller than the ones you remember, as if someone has not too far in the distant past replaced them.
Are people living here?
I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of people over there.
Yeah, somebody who said something.
Have you guys
that-
not been back since then either?
No. We talked about it like none of us have.
Wow.
But somebody had told us that there were people there. Not just soldiers, there were people resisting them.
Why did they go back to...
Burnus mentioned that there were people resisting in Moonreach
Maybe
against the army.
Maybe there's some allies behind that barrier.
Could it be some of your friends from the forest?
That'd be a good time.
Some
Maybe.
forest friends.
This is
Or
that
maybe
was
it's a
Smoochie
trap.
talking.
Oh, damn
God
it.
damn it.
Couldn't one of your guys have been like a high-pitched voice? What's up? I'm Smoochie.
Well, I'd already made Hirstag's voice, so
I'll just play the part of Smoochie.
I'm trying not to make it with an
it's
accent.
me, Smoochie.
So you might need to lay your accent of Hirstag on more thick.
Smoozog.
I'll try.
Put some stank on it.
What's Smoochie's last name?
Wilkins.
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 That was your reaction the first time.
Yeah, you were so pissed. And that's why I kept it.
It's just weird. I know people in Des Moines whose last name are Wilkins.
Yep.
But do you know any Smoozog's?
It's Smoochie. That's where his family's from.
Smoochie Wilkins.
Des Moines, Iowa.
By way of Moonreach.
Moonreach.
Moonreach
cocktail.
The Moonreach.
Oh, kill me.
We're not taking this seriously. We probably should.
Wait, guys, these aren't peaches. This is a weed field. Oh god.
That's where I left my pot.
Or
all
it's
high
like
as hell.
the Poppy Wizard of Oz again. But you know the poppy fields? Yeah.
A bunch of opium.
Poppies!
Shit, I am tired as shit suddenly, guys. All right.
Well,
Is that a gopher playing a banjo? No, that's a
possum.
scarecrow.
All right,
Oh, that's
unpause.
Hirstag.
we were paused.
I don't know. You guys are way off topic.
Who would have been?
We're keeping all of this.
Who would have been here long enough to plant another grove of trees?
You know what? We're kind of stupid because we could have came back at any time and we just chose not to.
Yeah,
For all
that
we
was a
knew.
really long time for you not to visit home.
Everywhere that's been
It was
burned or
destroyed.
sieged.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah.
That's
a lot of
true,
bad
yeah.
memories.
Everywhere that's been burned or sieged, we never went back to them.
Well,
Why
that's
would we
it.
go back to the scene of the crime?
They are saying we did it each time.
Yeah.
Do not want to go back there. All right.
Well, we're going to the cave.
Let's make like a cave and inn.
Everyone watch your asses. Tomar sees peaches.
Well, if we have to fight a lich in there, we might need more people. We
I
might
thought you were going to say we might need more.
lock and load.
Everybody knows liches hate peaches.
Leeches get peaches.
So after some time, you guys.
No, I was saying
hours
something. We
later.
might need everyone, like the Chaos Company and everybody, because a lich might be out of our league. I mean, I know we usually just decimate everything in our path, but those are no joke.
Well, then, should we rest?
No, we should.
We have no idea what we're going to encounter in there. Should
know.
we like?
Flippy flopping. Like, no, you can't go because it might be dangerous. And then like, hey, townspeople, come be cannon fodder for us in case this is bad.
Can we send something or somebody ahead to get a good look?
Bill?
Like maybe I could use my mislead
Ah.
spell and send my double in there.
That might be.
But then it would tip them off.
That
if
might
we
be
were
too
seen.
obvious. Hirstag, do you have any more wild shapes?
He is basically dead.
I have a wild shape, yes.
What?
I have a wild shape.
Oh, okay. I thought you were tired.
Does anyone...
I'm just saying
He has a headache. Not tonight, Gorbel. Not tonight.
that this is a potentially, I'm assuming, a very powerful enemy.
Yeah, so I think
And-
we should get some eyes on.
That's why I keep stressing a rest.
Does
So
anyone...
we're all...
But time is of the essence.
Does anyone have a means of
There's a
shortening
stone
rests?
sitting there in the cave. It doesn't appear to have legs.
No.
I do.
DM.
You guys look at Herc, and he reaches into his satchel, and he pulls out this little booger-looking thing.
Oh, God.
I've only got one more of these. One more.
Oh, gross.
Ew,
Why
Herc.
would you
What
just
is
give
it?
someone some boogers?
It's a concoction that allows.
Pinwin, you don't remember the booger?
I wasn't there then.
Yeah, you were.
That was Lewin, I'm pretty sure. It was with a luminescent wolf.
Yeah, that was Lewin.
Oh.
The luminescent wolf. But yeah, he holds up.
It's something I make concoction to give vitality.
Perma boner.
Don't, if longer than 4 hours, consult cleric.
I liked that one.
You're welcome.
He's just holding it. He
It's like one of those gross close-ups, like in Ren and Stimpy.
yeah, it's
Super
got a
like
hair
his
sticking
hand
out
is
of it.
hairy. Yeah.
So it's only one serving?
One serving.
Do we all
Does he
share it?
eat
Last one left.
We might want to give it to Hirstag.
Right.
We should probably give it
Yeah,
to her.
for sure.
Does it, like, recover...
Okay, don't be a little bitch about it. Just
eat the booger. Eat the booger!
So you eat it?
He
wanna
hands
go
it
in
to
there.
you,
Oh.
Herstag.
Eat it.
Herstag just pops it right into his mouth.
I want to wash it down with a good berry.
It doesn't taste great. It tastes very, like, medicinal, but, like, on the bad side of medicinal, very bitter.
It's not bad. So what did I just take?
I was concoction.
I think you...
You don't know?
No, I made it. I know what it does. It's make you vital.
how do you feel?
At the moment, you don't feel anything.
Like same old Hirstag.
Give it a minute. Give it a minute.
Maybe do some jumping jacks, get the blood flowing.
Just kind of jog. Start jogging like we're walking, but I'm kind of being energetic about it, I guess.
Gotcha.
Like the Rocky pre-run.
And nothing still seems to happen.
Well, this booger is some bullshit.
And at that moment, Bill arrives back to you, Tomar, the goat.
All right, then I kneel down in front of him and I just wait for him to relay information to me.
So I imagine it's probably mostly images, or do you guys communicate
However you
with-
want to flavor it. Like,
Yeah.
when I'm in Bill, then I can telepathically
That sounds-
send messages. But, I mean, if you want to display it a different way, that's up to you.
Yeah, I feel like he can like basically send you like a. In my mind, how it is it's like you're getting jacked into what he saw and and heard and stuff like that. So he like passes that on to you really fast, and you kind of absorb that information.
All right, let's hear the images.
Okay, so Bill entered Moonreach, and you recognized it immediately. And he kind of galloped around, kept to the sides. He could see that there were really young-looking, like denizens of the city, but they all looked very like rough and ragged and like ready for battle. And they had built a pyre in the center of the city, and around this pyre there were Veldalinian and Rothian soldiers placed around the base of it, as if they were, but they were dead bodies. So they were burning these bodies, either that they found or that they killed themselves. Give me a history check, or no, just roll and then give me your intelligence modifier.
11.
11. Okay. While these the people that you did see, there's an array of humans and half elves. While you didn't really recognize them, some of them looked slightly familiar, but you can't figure out where.
But they looked younger?
Yeah, they looked younger than you. And you saw
kids?
And you did see that there was one of the doors open to one of the homes there that people were going in and out of. You remember was the house of the stable hand, Fennec. And they seemed to be using that as a base of operations of some kind, and there were guards posted up. And as he moved around the village, he saw there weren't a ton of people, maybe just a couple of dozen, but they were all fairly young, and they were posted up in different areas around the town inside this like pyramid shape. And he even skirted around the outside, and you could see soldiers, as you had seen from afar. You could see these soldiers had set up tents and stuff, and they were basically ready to siege this town. But for whatever reason, they weren't able to actually come into the town.
Is that it?
Yep, that's what you saw.
Thank you, Bill. Okay, so I think that pyramid is constructed by whoever's in town and not the soldiers. I think it's preventing the soldiers' entry into Moonreach.
Oh man, it's good that you sent Bill then.
There are younger people, like teenagers, kids-ish age, and
Weren't we kind of the young people there?
yeah, but they looked familiar, like sorta. Like I swear I saw some of them before, but they seemed to be protecting the town. They had this weird carriage pyre thing that some of the soldiers were being put on, and they were dead.
Wait, the soldiers were dead?
The soldiers were dead.
And the children, you said that you've seen them before?
They looked familiar. Like I couldn't place it, but I swear I've seen them before.
Do you think
Could they
we're
be
all fighting for the
survivors?
same thing?
What?
Do you think we're all fighting for the same thing?
I have no idea. But I think we have some time still. Like, there's soldiers outside the town planning a siege, but they seem to have it under control for now.
Well, should we cave it up? Hirstag, how are you
Interesting.
feeling?
Now you're feeling energized.
Horny, even.
You're feeling like all of a sudden, like that was like it activated it almost when Gorbel asked how you're feeling. It was just like, it's almost like the world slowed down for a second, and you feel like you're moving a lot faster.
Whoa, dude, your pupils are messed up.
Yeah,
right
you
now,
guys see
Hirstag.
his pupils are way enlarged right now.
Are you okay?
Now that you mention it,
You now have the benefit of having had a long rest, Hirstag. You also will get a +2 to any strength check, and your speed will increase by double for the next 8 hours.
Damn.
It's quite the booger,
feel just great.
and you feel like you have
I
so
think it
much
kicked
energy,
in.
like boiling over. And
Oh,
I've never seen you this intense.
oh man.
This is really
I'm going to do
weird.
backflips all the way to
Don't
that
do
cave.
backflips.
I go
gonna
over
do
and put my arm
backflips.
around Hirstag. All right, buddy, I've been here before. I know what you're
Oh,
thinking.
yeah.
You're probably thinking you're going to climb a tree and just swing on all the branches.
I
but
want to do that.
don't do that, buddy.
I mean, I have a wild shape left. I could just do that real quick.
I bet you've got a bunch of stuff left, but we got to save it up, bud, for the cave.
All right. Just give me a few minutes to rearrange my spells once we get there, and then I'll be good to go.
Do what you got to do.
This energized me.
all right, so you guys continue on, and after a little bit more, you guys you near the cave, and you can see that it is completely unguarded, and it's a little. If you remember, it was a little hidden. The entry, it's built into the side of a hill, so it just looks like the hills, kind of a rock face in the side of the hills, and the entrance itself is a little bit obscured by some bushes. and some overgrowth of grass. So it would be easy to miss, especially considering it's not a very large opening. Oh, thank you.
This seems so much bigger when we were kids.
Yeah, it doesn't look as ominous as it did.
Yeah, and you can definitely see the passage of time has, rather than when you were children, it kind of affected you in more of like an ancient, like, spookiness. Now it just looks old and dusty, kind of.
What was the name of the farmer? It wasn't it an H name?
Hadrian.
Guys, remember Old Man Hadrian?
He was such a dick.
Dumb chickens and
Always trying to give us milk.
pig.
Weird guy, for sure.
That damn pig.
Pig's probably dead now.
Pig.
Hope it is.
I think Jennifer's probably
You know
the
what?
only survivor from
You know,
Hadrian.
maybe that pig's still alive. I think that pig might outlive all of us.
If you'll recall, his name was King.
It was a tough son of a bitch.
I don't know. I like me some bacon.
Are you saying you ate King?
The night is still young. If we find that pig,
I
I'm
think
as
it's gonna
hungry
be
as I am now.
old and gross.
It's about the principle of the matter at this point, not so much the pleasure. Anyway,
Ew.
let's make our way up into this here cave.
Hirstag, are you ready? Oh my god, at this rate, you could have just taken a long rest.
9 hours later.
Your fucking head in the game.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Sweet.
Yes.
To the cave.
So, you guys approach the cave entrance, and it actually, Gorbel and Willem, you guys will have to stoop, including Smoochie and Urk and Zyko, yes. But a lot of you guys can kind of walk freely. It's about
Just
6
right for
feet
me.
tall, the entrance.
Yeah, I definitely don't remember having to do this last time.
Do what?
You don't notice anything different about mine, Gorbel's, Herc's, or Smoochie's posture?
Sorry, I went in first. I didn't see what.
Lead on, fearless leader.
Do you want me to go ahead and look for traps?
Well, there's a door up ahead, and I'm assuming it's closed. But then once we get to the door, we can send Hirstag in to scout.
And sure enough, you walk down this old rocky hallway, and you get to the end, and you can see that there is a solid door, and it fills the entire length or height of the tunnel itself, about 6 feet, and it's got a big carved scary face in it.
I remember this guy.
Yeah, you did that song, Gorbel. It was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
da-da-dee-dee-doo. Shit, I can't remember it.
Okay, I'm trying to think. God, that was stuck in my head for years, I swear.
In West Philadelphia. born and raised.
So, Gorbel, you're going to step forward? Mm-hmm. The minute you step forward, the eyes on the face swivel and look right at you. And it opens its mouth. And dust and some leaves kind of float out. And it eyes you very seriously for a moment. And then you hear...
I whistle back.
That was really good.
and it just stares at you. Give me a history check. And actually add a 4 because of your class.
I think I remember what we were supposed to do here.
21.
So you recall that this is an ancient orc war song. And you also recall that the last time you had to finish the passage of the melody.
Oh, shit. I can't get that low.
And when you do that, the door separates in two and swings open for you.
And then that Zelda puzzle song plays.
And inside you can see a lit torch
Just right in front of our faces, or
along the wall about 10 feet in.
that's weird.
This is unsettling.
Get it, Hirstag.
Just whirlwind, everything.
So you and Hirstag turns out the torch.
That's not what I meant.
What did you mean?
I just meant to go up and scout.
What do you want me to? What do you mean by scout?
I'll cast
turn
prestidigitation to light it again.
Okay.
That won't be weird.
Goes back up.
Why don't you wild shape and go
Turn into a
Take a peek.
spider or something.
faster than a spider?
2 spiders.
Spider with roller skates.
Oh,
So at first,
that's so cute.
I wasn't going in, and all of a sudden, I'm the only one going in. That's what
Hold
this
on.
has turned into.
Would a spider have a skate on each
Yeah.
foot with 4 wheels on each skate? Because
Yeah.
this just seems like
I was imagining.
That's the only way to imagine
the
it.
wheel to spider ratio is insane.
Yeah.
Or would it be
32
like
wheels.
would it be like inline skates and like one inline skate with like a little place for a foot on each side?
I don't know, but it
Michaela,
sounds
that's
super
ridiculous.
cute.
No, it's kind of like skis.
I know what you mean. The whole idea was ridiculous. That was my point.
I love it.
Skates or
I think
inline
this is the
roller
best.
skates.
Never thought
Can't
this
wait
would
to
come
see
back
it.
in.
The spider with
The
skates?
spider with skates thing.
No, the map of this cave that I
thought
drew
I
in
got
our
to
very
leave
first,
that in my
or
past.
very second session.
Aw.
Oh, they were babies.
Little D&D babies.
Yep.
Well,
All right.
I mean,
Do it. Just do it,
I
man.
guess.
Oh my god, I thought you were energized.
I'm going to go ahead
I'm a little
and
bit nervous.
start scouting.
So you head on in.
Yep.
All right. Immediately,
Sick of this shit.
immediately when
Christ.
you step inside,
Every fucking time we go somewhere.
now that the torch is lit, you can see that there are murals that you remember from your childhood painted along the wall depicting the history of Moonreach.
I think last time we kind of just didn't pay attention to those.
Not so much, yeah.
We should pay attention to those this time.
What's on them?
Is the torch like
It's in a
attached?
it's in a sconce.
Am I able to remove it
You-
and carry it?
You pick it up. Yep, you're able to.
Excellent. Guys, we've got these murals in here. If you remember them from the last time we were in here.
Well, if you're just going to walk with a torch, we might as well just follow you at this point.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem is. Let's go.
Well, there could be a lich in here. That's the problem.
Well, aren't we hoping that there's a lich in here?
Not an awake one. And if
you'll
it is
remember,
awake,
I also said that there have been people through here. That's why there's a lit torch
Yep.
on the wall.
And they're not going to be any less here or not here, Schrodinger, and if we do or don't fucking go in here. So
I'm just
let's go.
saying maybe we take a little bit more stealthy approach, not just yelling in this cave where there's a bunch of, the sound carries really well in here.
he's got a point.
You're the one yelling.
I'm not. You're yelling.
We got some murals here. We just take you on the tour.
Well, I know.
Yeah, take you on the tour.
I know you're ready to get this over with, but I think we should let Hirstag go up ahead as a small
Well, I
creature.
didn't say that. I'm
Is he
just saying
gonna-
let's be a little.
That's what I'm fucking talking about. Jesus Christ. If we're going to fucking talk and debate on whether who's going when,
Can
where,
we,
and
we
how.
Okay.
Can, we can all see in the dark, yeah?
We're all going to die of
I
old
put the
age
torch
here. I throw it at Hirstag's face.
Okay, calm
My
down.
AC is 19.
I'm not trying to kill you.
So Hirstag puts out the torch. Willem throws it at him and ting 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 ting
all
ting.
right, who all votes we go quietly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone but
I
Willem.
cast invisibility on myself and go onward.
Put my
Okay,
goggles on.
As long as
Mine
he's
too.
quiet.
you put your goggles on, but they light up, if you recall.
God damn it.
I like to imagine you having them on. Just, God damn it!
Don't you have dark vision?
Yeah,
Take
you have
them
dark
off.
vision.
Yeah, but the goggles were cool and I could see really well.
I think
Never
we're good.
fucking mind.
Let's just go up ahead slowly, carefully.
What do we see on the murals as we do that, though?
Okay, so, you guys look, and at first it looks like there's 2 figures standing with a horse and cart,
Write it down.
Ah.
I think there's a puzzle with this shit.
Oh, I hate puzzles.
This was before we all were like, no more puzzles.
You've only had one.
No more. Ow, my brain.
2 figures with a horse and cart.
Yeah, it looks like a man and a woman with a horse and a cart, and they're holding a bag between them. And in the next,
A drug deal.
Moonreach is first.
That's how it started.
And in the next one, they're planting something in the ground, and it's kind of a progression mural. This next mural, and it shows the plant growing, and then it shows a village growing around it, and then the buildings get very big, much bigger than you would ever have remembered from Moonreach, and then a large creature appears in the background of this village with shining red eyes and golden irises. And that's it for that mural. The next mural just shows a completely destroyed city with fire in the background. The next image...
Were these all here before?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I remember exactly when I told you them. We were sitting down in Billy's basement.
You described them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
We were really intent on getting those chickens back. Yeah,
you were. I don't think you guys really cared about the lore. Yeah. I think you guys just thought
we're
it was
not
all
patrons
flavor.
of the art.
Well, it kind of works because we were like 10 years old.
Yeah,
at the time.
exactly.
Like, what the fuck is that?
Then the very next scene is in the portrait is the ruined city with another 2 figures in front of it, but instead of a bag, they hold a stone, and that's it for that portrait. Then it switches to the other wall.
What does the stone look like?
It's kind of diamondy shaped, but so they go. You move to the next side, the next wall. On the other side of the wall, there's another portrait, and now in the center is this stone, and around the stone, another village has flourished. And you can see that this one has been painted more detailed. The others were more like kind of more rudimentary. This one is a very detailed portrait. And there's tons of orchards with peach trees inside of them. And the very next portrait itself shows that stone shining bright up at the top, almost like the sun.
Like a diamond?
Like a diamond almost. Shining bright. And it's got little notches of lettering on it. Mm-hmm. And the very last portrait on the wall, it shows 6 shapes, 6 figures standing, and all of them are holding this stone.
What do the figures look like?
They just look like shadows. It's hard to discern, but they're definitely humanoid-ish.
They're all like the same size?
Yep, all the same size.
That's all of that has been there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What about the lettering on the previous mural?
It looks like how paintings will do lettering that's not real. It just looks like little notches to indicate words or something.
So it's not a language?
Mm-mm. Not that you recognize.
So not even deep speech or celestial?
No, it's not a real language.
Okay.
No.
Okay, there are 2 significant stones that I am aware of. The Lineage Stone and the Nightmare Diamond.
And the phylactery. Or phylacteries.
Oh shit, yeah, that too.
But this seems like a lineage stone thing.
Does it?
And if they actually have the power to create towns and cities, that's different. Like, that would explain why they're so prized and coveted. Like, even if a city is destroyed and brought to ruin, you could use their lineage stone to bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
If Willem weren't invisible, you could see him blushing right now.
So the stone, it doesn't resemble the Nightmare Diamond at all?
It's hard to say. Not really. It just looks like the painting of a stone. It definitely is red, just like you guys' Lineage Stone. It looks much more similar to that, but the shape is off.
Who would the 6 figures be?
You guys want to continue on or stick around here?
Nope, we're gonna stay and look at the mural.
Can
The
we
rest
somehow
of the
gain
episode.
more knowledge of what's going on in these paintings?
Can we do like a history or something?
Yeah, if you want to do a history check, just those of you from Moonreach.
Oh, God.
Sorry, Pinwin.
Do I know that?
I got a 1. I forgot what I just saw.
You have a stroke.
7.
8.
Smoochy got an 18.
Okay.
Oh,
Way to
someone-
go, Smooch. So, Smoochy, you remember this wall pretty much in detail, and you think that one of the panels has been changed. Something looks off, and you're pretty sure it's the panel with the stone in it with the writing.
So the one before the last one?
Yeah.
This painting isn't the same as it was when we were here as kids.
What was it before?
Struggling to remember. But
You can't quite recall what it was. But it also, you can remember from what your mom told you growing up, a little bit about the history of Moonreach. And Moonreach definitely started to prosper again when they found the Moonstone Mines. And the real name of Moonreach was lost to history. It was renamed Moonreach once they found the Moonstone Mines. But it was at one point it was some great trade city, and something happened, some great plague or catastrophe happened, and it sat barren as a ruin for over 100 years. And then they found the mines there, and they started building the town up again, and that's what really led to it to begin again as a town.
So it was a great city before?
Supposedly.
And one of the earliest murals we saw there was a city much bigger than we remember.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
So do you think that is
and
old?
I misspoke. It wasn't like 100 years. It was like closer to 1,000 years, where it was
So
a ruin.
Do you think
That's
that's
a big difference.
the original Moonreach?
I don't know. Looks like it. Lewin, does any of this ring any bells? Any familiarity?
She's got a history for days.
No,
What?
not at all.
What's
Four.
her history bonus?
Not
it
better
used
than a
to be-
4,
Used to be super good, and that was it. That was the only thing that was good.
but she was like level 3.
I know, but even then, it was like a plus. It was over 10 then. I'm pretty sure.
No, it wasn't.
There wouldn't
It wasn't?
be
Yeah,
any way
not
that
at
it'd
level
be.
3. It would have been like
I remember
maybe
it being
plus
huge.
4.
Like, okay, maybe plus 4. Maybe that was huge then.
But no, she shakes her head. I don't know anything. It
started
This is
with
all unfamiliar to me.
A man and a woman figure and ends with a man and a woman figure.
Well, multiple figures.
I'm just talking about this wall.
Oh.
Because then it looks like the Moonreach that we know.
Well, I think it's really strange that this mural right here has been altered since we were children.
Was it even here before?
I don't
There
think
was
so.
something there, right?
There was a portrait there.
Yeah.
Maybe if I just reach out and scratch it.
Scratching it doesn't seem to do anything. It's
Scratch with more tenacity.
just your fingers.
Badger, it's a badger.
Yeah, your fingers it's rock. So this is all painted on stone.
Oh.
Sorry, maybe I should mention that.
Pictured literal paintings.
Oh,
hanging.
no, these are murals painted on stone.
We have advantage on history checks on stonework, though, if it's on stone.
Who does?
I don't think the painting
Yeah,
works.
not the painting.
I think that's
Probably.
just if you're...
But it's on stone.
Cast terminal velocity on it.
Not a bad idea.
Smoochy would like to
Rage.
investigate the mural that's been altered
Okay.
closer.
Give me an investigation.
That's a good idea.
Fuck.
He's not good at it, though.
As a bard and a connoisseur of the arts, can I take a closer look and maybe see
You
what's
can
been...
also investigate.
Me too with my painting skills.
Sure, go
Yeah,
ahead. Anybody who
everyone-
wants to investigate can
Me
investigate.
being aware of paintings.
I do not see.
Ooh!
What are we rolling? History?
Investigation.
Investigation.
18.
Okay.
21.
Okay.
13.
I only got like a 9.
28.
Okay. So
Show off.
before anybody else can really get a good look, Willem, you notice it seems that stone that has the little markings on it of words, it looks like slightly fresher paint than everything else. And, well, much newer paint than everything else. Now that you're real close up. It was almost done perfectly, but you can just tell there's a weirdness to the tint of the color.
I lick my thumb and kind of rub it against the area that looks really new.
Okay, and some of the, a little bit of paint, a little bit of red paint comes off on your thumb.
Whoa, who's doing that?
Yeah, so that's just...
Hey guys, there's some new paint right here where the stone is. If somebody has a water skin, maybe pour it on there and do a little scrubby.
Spit
shine!
You don't carry your own water skin?
No, I have you to do that for me. Why would I carry my own?
Gorbel carries a lot of alcohol.
I don't believe in water.
As I said.
Oh, let's special would probably clear that right up. That's like turpentine.
Would that clear all of it up, though, then?
Yeah, destroy all of
It
it.
ends up being like that woman who repainted that picture of Jesus.
Whoops.
That's a good point. I tear a little bit of my clothing, just a little bit of cloth, and dip it in Let's special alcohol.
Okay.
And just ever so slightly give it a little, dab.
And when you do, the paint pretty much, almost dissolves immediately.
All of it?
No, just on
Okay,
the
good.
new paint. And underneath, instead of a red stone, you see a black and amber, very clear nightmare diamond.
Oh, fuck.
Which picture is this?
This is the center picture on the other wall.
What else is happening in the picture?
This is the one with the ruined city with the two figures with the stone.
No, this is the
the-
one where it's floating above.
This is the one, there's a stone with a village and the orchards, and it's hanging up there and shining, and it has lettering on it, and then there's the 6 shapes after that holding it.
So that, yeah, the next frame has, or the next portrait has the 6 shapes. But this one it's shining like a diamond over. But you also notice that once you dabbed it, the shimmer is no longer like a sun shimmer, but it looks as though it's like an ominous red aura.
This doesn't look happy anymore.
So I need to tell you guys something.
If you gave away the nightmare diamond,
No, I didn't give it away.
I know how you feel, man.
When Calcifer was ready to kill everyone, I made a deal with the nightmare diamond.
what?
Deal? Like, what kind of deal?
I offered to become its servant so we could get rid of him.
That's a bad deal.
What?
No deal. No deal.
Now I still have it, but it's like a part of me.
So what does being a servant for the nightmare diamond mean? What does that do?
It hasn't communicated with me at all since that happened. So,
So where is it?
you're looking at it.
It's
And I stab him. Just kidding.
wait. The nightmare diamond. It's you now,
It
or
was in my hand.
uh-huh.
Now it's not.
Did you absorb it into you?
Eat it.
I was able to communicate through it and do things through it when Calcifer was there, but that's the last I know of what happened.
Oh my god, Tomar.
Is the nightmare diamond sharing your body? Like, are you guys talking right now in your head?
Nope. And I haven't heard from the great adversary either, and he was in my head too.
You got a
For
real
a long
Sybil
time.
situation going on here.
Can you feel anything?
Can I feel anything? No.
Let me see.
I punch him back. Because you canceled your invisibility when you punched me.
So, the paint on the stone, that's the only paint that seemed new or altered?
Yes.
Okay.
So you don't hear it like, I need worship kind of thing in your head?
No. It seemed to get what it wanted when I agreed to be its servant.
Well, that's incredibly ominous and
Okay, what
Maybe
is this
it went
painting?
away?
The alternative was that Calcifer was going to become its servant. So,
well, I mean that makes more sense. Like you and the Nightmare Diamond is like lamb and tuna fish. Calcifer.
Together at last.
Calcifer and the Nightmare Diamond sounds like fucking surf and turf, man.
well, it was happy with its purchase. You son of a bitch.
Really? Because it hasn't
Oh,
sounded
good.
like you've gotten
The Nightmare
any
Diamond's
positive
happy.
reviews.
Maybe let's just see what's further in and take note of what we're looking at.
Said the Nightmare Diamond to the unsuspecting party.
Well, be on your guard, because I don't know. We might be in a place where it could suddenly just
Who
start
would have
doing
painted
things.
over that?
Some dick.
And why?
Some dick.
Calcifer seems like
I
he's
don't
versed in
think
the
this is your
arts.
run-of-the-mill vandalism, Tomar.
We're not going to find out anything if we stay here looking at it.
That's true.
Okay, let's go.
That resonates with Willem, like, to the core.
Okay, so you guys continue on. As a group?
Yeah.
Or is
As a
everybody
group.
going
I'm
ahead?
gonna look and see if I can see any tracks of any kind
Okay,
as we're moving.
Me as well.
okay. Give me survival.
Oh man, we both rolled well.
Yeah. 28.
16 plus 17.
Yeah. So you guys are kind of conferring at the same time. You guys both you Hirstag and you Pinwin step ahead, and you guys are like looking around, and
The bad guy left a poop in there.
why did he do that?
Oh, there's another one.
Oh, a piece of candy.
And so, Hirstag, you find a partial boot print, very almost like you would have walked past it if you weren't looking for tracks specifically, like the heel of a boot in some dust. You definitely see that, and it's undisturbed. Other than that, Pinwin, you see this would have most people would have missed this, but you're so close to the ground, and you're so well versed in looking for tracks. You see a weird, just almost missable scrape in the wall. The stone wall has a scrape in it, so something either sharp or heavy was moved through here. You can definitely tell that, and it was very recent, within the last week.
So something really sharp or heavy has come through here. So
How do you know?
this, and I point to it.
And
I
you
also got a boot print over here.
it looks like stone to you guys. Like it's that like subtle.
Maybe somebody was moving furniture in.
Is the boot print near where
It's on
Pinwin is saying?
No, it's on the other side of the hallway.
Is the scrape thing like big?
No, it's real small.
How about the boot print?
The boot print looks to be of an average foot size, so it could be a dwarf, could be a human, probably not a half-orc, maybe an elf or a half-elf,
Hobgoblin?
possibly a hobgoblin.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Keep
on
your
the
eyes
lookout for
peeled.
More
So you guys
tracks
step into the hallway beyond the room, and after 20 feet, you can see that, and this brings back memories, there is a track of fallen rock in the middle of the hallway, and a slit in the ceiling. And you definitely remember activating that, because you can see just in front of it a pressure pad that has been activated, but it's covered in dust, so it's been a very long time since that's been activated. And you guys move beyond that, and you come to a fork in the road.
Can I roll to see if there's tracks on either side of the whatever?
Do we
give
remember
me some
what
help.
direction we went?
Yes. You would remember you guys went left.
27.
27. You see another scrape going down the left-hand path.
Left side?
I think so. That's where we went, right?
Yeah.
How do you guys remember that?
We're always more.
It was very life-changing.
Yeah,
You
we're
don't remember
always
the big chicken?
more.
Yeah, I remember that. Not
Propelled to the
which
left-hand
direction
path.
did I go?
Did
Shit
the big
was
chicken
wild.
have a sharp thing? It just seems like they're just like.
Maybe there's a big chicken and it's scraping the wall. And also has human feet.
Okay, let's go.
Okay,
Wearing
yeah.
boots.
So yeah, you guys head down, and on your right-hand side are 3 doors. You recall when you were children that the doors you tried were sealed.
But now we're big and strong.
But not all of them were sealed because we got through.
The hallway continues on. You guys originally had given up.
Oh, so there's 2 doors that just aren't open?
All 3 of them are closed. You only tried 2 originally, and then you gave up, assuming that they were all sealed.
Whoa.
Well, we try them now.
Yeah. Trying doors.
So you guys try the first 2 doors, and they seem unable to be opened by anything, as if they've been bricked closed. However, the 3rd door has some give to it, and you think that perhaps if you tried to finagle with the lock a little bit, maybe you could get it open, or maybe figure out another way of opening it.
If only
Now,
we
when you
had
say
some of
door
those.
and lock, like what kind of door are we talking here?
Like a banded or it's a wooden door with banded metal down it.
And like a
Very,
knob?
very thick. Oh, there's a ring for
ring,
pulling.
okay.
And a keyhole underneath that.
Ah, okay.
So maybe very simple in construction.
Are we getting anywhere near the room with the pool?
There's like another weird room.
There's a pool here?
There's a few more hallways, and
Stay
there's
out of
another
it.
fork
Oh,
that we have to
not a
take.
fun pool?
Can you open this door, Willem?
Let's give it a shot.
What are you gonna do?
I try to open the door.
Like just pull it?
Yeah, man.
Oh, I thought you had
Oh.
thieves' tools.
I mean,
That's
I do,
what-
but
Yeah, it's
Because we
definitely
tried it
it's
and
definitely
it
yeah, it's
didn't-
definitely locked.
okay. Yeah, man.
I thought I was just asking you for shit.
It really works
I was
out.
like, okay, if you want me to, I'm cool. with
Really works out that you have these tools, because we've just kind of hit things on stuff and
I mean, I could probably get it
He
open, but he
mellow.
can get it open quietly.
Yeah.
I don't know. He says he can probably get it open.
no, Will
Maybe
you
we should
do
leave it
it?
to the big strong man.
You know, people who carry thieves' tools are normally baddies, Pinwin.
Yeah.
But-
You better look out.
But we're friends, so
Oh,
right?
that's good. In that case, I try to open it up with the lockpick.
So
Okay.
sleight of
Okay,
hand.
that was
Yeah, give me a
kind of
sleight of hand check. Yeah,
ominous, so
I was gonna struggle with that probably. It's like, yeah, give me sleight of hand.
History.
It'd be your dex plus your proficiency bonus for that.
17.
17. Okay, it takes you a couple of tumbles, and you're tick, 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 and then you hear it. Old dusty lock unlock.
Guys, got it.
cool.
All right, just let me know when we're getting near that room, okay?
It's not in here. I can promise you that.
Okay.
So you open the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of step to the side, and are we? It pulls out.
Yep, it pulls out.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of motion for everybody to kind of back up and get ready. I'm just gonna slowly pull it open and kind of like stay behind it with pulling it open.
Okay, you open it up, and inside is a staircase
Up or down?
leading down.
Down.
Oh.
Wow. This isn't ideal.
Maybe close that back up for
We don't want to go down?
No, not yet. We want to.
What's downstairs?
We don't know. We've never been down there.
You've never been there and you don't want to go there?
We want to go where we've been.
Well, little
first.
guy, since you're so excited to check it out, lead the way.
We'll come back to it.
Friend?
What are you doing? I don't get this.
Following you!
I want to roll an insight check.
Fearless
on
leader?
Willem.
Okay,
I'll roll inside.
That wasn't very good. 13.
you're kind of confused as to what's going on. Are you also doing insight?
Yeah.
I wanted to see if Willem
14.
actually was
I mean, you
being
still
friendly.
he's throwing off some confusing vibes, so it's hard to tell.
Do I go down the stairs? Are you for real?
If you want to.
Oh my god,
Willem,
guys.
shut
I mean, I
fuck up.
want to go down some
Alright,
mysterious stairs.
I start slowly shutting the door, just raising my eyebrows as I do at Pinwin, like, oh man. Do you want to go?
I want to go.
guys,
in there?
Guys, he
No.
wants to go.
Okay.
I kicked the door shut.
Oh.
You
Raising
happy
my
now?
eyebrows
You happy
all
now?
the way.
And the sound reverberates down the
Now
hallway.
everyone knows we're here.
What?
How did I do that? Did you hear that?
Yeah, that was good.
I don't know how I did that.
Yep.
Really good.
It was like I was breathing and That was good.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did good. You did good, kid.
I don't think I could ever do that again, but it's like the
You
one
critted.
time I ever did like awesome brake sounds in a car, and I will never be able to do it again. And I like looked around, I was like, I did amazing. Anyway,
You get a crit every once in a while.
yeah, thanks. All right, do you continue on?
Yes. We
Okay.
Continue on.
You guys continue on, and sure enough, it's kind of a fork in the road. As you go down a little bit further, maybe it takes you about 5 minutes of just long, dark hallway. There's no other torches, no other sconces. And one pathway goes off to your right, and one goes straight.
I think we took the straight path.
Give me
Did we?
history.
19 for survival.
Okay.
11 for history.
7.
8.
6.
So with you, what'd you get for survival?
19.
19. Straight ahead, you see another scrape. However, Willem, you were thinking straight, but something about it makes you think that you guys went to the right. But the scrape is to the straight path.
So there's been like a little scrape in every spot, and there's one going straight. So we're going straight, right?
Well, I could have sworn the last time we were here we went to the right. But this whole place is a maze, so it could be a shortcut if we go straight instead.
Well, shortcuts are good, right?
That's true. Let's go straight.
Okay.
Straight.
So you guys go straight, and you head down in another 2 minutes, and then it hooks very harshly to the left, almost at like a slightly backwards angle. And you're all sure that have been here before that you've definitely not been this way. And you follow the path, and you come to a circular room with a glowing blue mage light in the back. Very, very dimly, as if it's been a long time and the magical energy is running out. And in the center of the room is a dark column. And as you kind of approach it, you can see that it looks like it's a well. There's a hole in the top. And it seems like it, if you were to get close, you can hear reverberations. It sounds like it goes down very, very deep.
Does it look creepy?
It looks very
It
creepy.
sounds super creepy.
Are we able to see clearly in this room?
Yes. I mean, it's dim light, but yeah, your dark vision allows you to see
Is the
fairly
room
well.
Empty?
only have one entrance?
Other than that, it's completely featureless and empty.
No windows are opening towards the ceiling?
No, the ceiling itself is about 10 feet, so it definitely gets taller in here. Or you guys don't have to stoop.
Is there anything of note about the hole?
Why don't you give me an investigation?
What does it look like?
7 days.
22.
22. It looks like it was constructed about the same time as the rest of these passages were, except for when you kind of inspect the inside, it's smooth. It's like smooth, polished black glass almost. And
That's a no-no hole.
and just at the edge of your hearing, you're pretty sure you hear a low rumble from deep within, and some kind of weird sound.
Let's not worry about this for now.
Why?
There's something weird down there.
So we get the impression that there isn't water at the bottom of this well.
And no, it definitely doesn't sound like it.
Okay.
And it sounds very deep.
Can
My imagination's getting the better of me, but I'm picturing some great beast with just a gaping maw ready to
Waiting.
accept whatever we drop down there.
giant gerbil
And it looks really excited about it.
feeding tube.
I'm really glad I didn't throw anything down there then.
Somebody pee in it.
I'd like to inspect the glowy thing, the
Okay.
glowy orb.
Give me an investigation.
Does this look like the gnome orbs?
No, not exactly. They're definitely a magical orb of some kind, but
Like they didn't buy them at the same store?
no, there wasn't gnome Menards.
Gnome
Gnome
Depot.
5 experience.
That's so cute.
That was good. And we haven't heard a gnome pun in a while, so.
Damn it.
Oh my god.
That was a 13 for my investigation.
There were so many gnome puns.
I mean, it looks like a light that it's covered in dust. It's a magical light, but it's kind of got like a winding sconce that the light is in, and that's covered in dust. It hasn't been touched in a very long time, but it is very dim. It's one of the dimmest lights you've seen, and usually that indicates that the magic is wearing off.
How do you give more magic?
Guys, do we want to take this with us?
Why not?
For what?
Just in case we need to, I don't know,
Maybe there's
drop
another-
it down a well that we can't see the bottom of.
Maybe there's a socket somewhere else we can use it.
Does anyone recognize this light?
I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay. It's kind of into the wall, so you give it a firm tug, and eventually it comes out.
Okay.
Is the light
And-
still on?
The light is still on.
Okay. I'm gonna carry it over to the well.
Okay.
You guys want to see if we can see what's down at the bottom of this thing?
No.
Do it.
If Pinwin's saying yes, it's a bad idea probably.
I mean,
Or
normally
it's
I'd agree
another
with
portal.
you. There is some very odd alignment of the stars that's happening right now that I'm on the same side as our little friend here,
We
but
could just peek, right? Just a little peek. Peek.
I did peek.
I mean, like a good peek, though.
That's not a peek.
you poked and you did not saw.
I'm gonna start heading back down the path
Okay.
towards the right turn.
Is anybody else going to follow?
I look at Pinwin and I hand him the orb.
I'll peek in the well. Just a little peek.
Okay.
Investigate.
Whatever you think, little guy.
$21.
The inside of the well is like smooth, polished black glass, and you notice from the reverberation that seems very, very deep. And just on the edge of your awareness, you can kind of hear a little bit of a rumbling.
So same thing. Yep, seems like that was about the same. Yeah.
I knocked the orb out of his hand into the well.
Okay, give me just a strength check,
A strength.
give me sleight of hand. Give me give me sleight of hand. And then what's your passive
Wouldn't it
perception?
be a dex save?
Yeah, it would be a dex save for you.
Passive perception?
Do a deck save.
is-
But I want to know what this is first.
Oh my god, why can't I find it?
I keep rolling
Isn't it
so
at the top?
fucking low.
Abilities.
Why don't I see
Abilities
it?
page, bottom of it.
Oh, duh. Okay, wow. 21.
And what'd you get?
23.
Okay, so you see at just too late him smack it out of your hand. Give me a dex save.
God, yeah, I have to pee. This is terrible.
Now.
So that would be 29.
29. Okay, so you knock it like pretty much into the well, but just in the nick of time, Pin, when you reach over and you grab it.
And then I'm going to give Willem a really stern look.
Oh, nice catch, little guy. Come on, let's go.
Okay.
Come on. So you guys all head back down and you take that right path. And you're met by a path to the left and a path to the right. And after a little bit of investigation to save you some time, you guys discern that the path to the right is the correct one. So you head down and you push open a big wooden door all the way. It was partially open.
Is this the door to that room?
This is a door to a massive room. And there's a bunch of bookshelves, but they seem to have been pilfered long ago. And at the other side of the room are 3 handles. One with a bear, one with an eagle, and one with a wolf.
I remember this.
However, the door that it opens is already opened.
Yes.
Well, thank the God somebody didn't reset this shit.
If you'll recall, you guys had a hell of a time with this puzzle.
Because we
Remember
didn't
that
pay
much.
attention to it. And we didn't investigate anything. Like, it was just like a, nope, we're going. And then we were just flipping switches for like half an hour.
Much
So what do
like
you guys wanna
10-year-olds would do.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't fucking know.
Wow. So
All right, so
Let's
let's head
go.
on in.
Are there any more murals in here?
Nope.
Oh.
There's just many rows of books. There's like a couple of crates in there. This looks like at some point it was maybe a library, but it kind of went to storage a little bit, but if you were to inspect the crates, you'd find them empty except for dust. Do you guys want to go in through that door?
Yeah.
Nah, we're gonna leave.
We take it.
Okay, so you guys want to enter? So you enter, and immediately you were flooded with, well, those of you who have been here before, you're flooded with this sense of nostalgia.
Is Lewin?
If you
can
say
ask her.
no,
Lewin, are you flooded with a sense of nostalgia like I am?
why are you talking like that?
I don't know. It's my child.
It's the Nightmare Diamond. Cut him open. Cut him open.
I am the Nightmare Diamond. I require worship.
Is he a leprechaun?
Give me that worship. That's it right there. Give me.
I'm imagining Mike Myers doing Wayne Campbell doing the Leprechaun, doing the Nightmare Diamond.
Oh, that'd be horrifying if I just started doing that.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that at all.
So Lewin looks around and she seems confused. She says, I can't tell. There's a weird presence here, but it's not nostalgia.
God damn it, Lewin.
What?
You bitch.
Search your mind. Try to remember something.
I've been trying.
She just needs some time.
What about when we walked past Moonreach? Did you look over at it? Did you?
I did. I don't remember much of this. Any of it.
Okay. So what's in this room?
So this room, it seems very storagey. How the previous room was,
It's a closet.
and everything was made of stone in the previous rooms.
Oh,
This
the
is
memories.
this is a massive room, and the floor is made of dirt. Like, it's just a dirt floor. The walls are very rough stone. There's a lot of like slatted, like storage shelves on the walls, and in the back of the room is another mural. And you guys recall there's a mural of a tree in the back of the room, and in the corner of the room is a very brackish looking pool.
Oh shit!
Is this the room?
I think
This
is
might
the
be
room.
this might be the room.
Herstag.
I said to let me know before
We forgot.
got in the room.
Herstag.
We haven't been here in a while, man.
Does that tree look familiar to you?
It does not.
Is this the pool I'm not supposed to get in?
Can you travel to trees that are in paintings?
No, I cannot.
Oh, that'd be tight.
Just draw a tree.
He just goes into another tree and you see him in the painting come out of it.
Oh, little painting Hirstag, and he's like,
Remember, with this acorn, though, from Laethandria, I can plant a tree.
Oh yeah, a tree will
But it's like a big,
big
tree, right?
Yeah, big tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big,
Can
big
you
tree.
plant it anywhere?
I mean,
Yeah, whatever you throw it at, that creature will turn into the tree.
it'll turn into the tree, or it'll...
Yeah.
The tree will,
It'll
grow
envelop it.
wherever it
Yeah.
lands.
Like Jack and the Beanstalk?
And as you guys pass the threshold into the room
I begin casting Foresight on Tomar.
on Tomar, okay,
That was probably a bad idea.
the minute you pass the threshold into the room, it seals shut
With all of us in there?
with all of you in
Okay.
there.
okay.
Well, seems like the place.
This feels planned.
Yep.
Here we go.
All right, so describe this spell. What is happening?
It takes a minute to cast.
Okay, so he's casting Foresight, but what's going to happen is that you're going to get advantage on everything for 8 hours. All your checks and saves for 8 hours. Anything against you will have disadvantage. It increases your speed, correct?
I don't believe so.
There's another feature.
Incorrect.
Is this for everyone?
No,
No.
just
No.
Tomar.
Okay.
God, that'd be awesome.
You touch a willing creature and bestow a limited ability to see into the immediate future. For the duration, the target can't be surprised and has advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. Additionally, other creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target for the duration. The spell immediately ends if you cast it again before its duration ends.
But
And
it
the
lasts
duration is
8 hours. And so yeah, it basically, for flavor reasons, like you're able to just see like a half second into the future to give yourself that extra reaction time.
So I'm like a vampire.
Pretty much.
But if we don't get a minute before something happens,
Shut up.
then I won't be able to cast it.
So at the moment, nothing is happening. Just the door sliding closed.
This is it. This is where we fought the chicken.
This is where you fought the chicken?
And along the far wall, you
Wait,
can
you
see
fought
that
a
there's
chicken?
little holes in the wall. And you're very, very nostalgic for that hole in the wall, Gorbel, because that's where you.
Jennifer came from.
Yeah, all the chickens escaped, but you were able to coax one to come out.
Oh, precious.
Hirstag, does this look like the room you saw the stone in?
Yes, it does.
Where was the stone?
In that little pool in the corner.
We all went into that pool.
You did?
When
Yep.
we were kids.
Then why?
It was like a weird destiny thing.
Do we have to go back into it?
I say,
We have to go back.
wait a second until Hirstag is done doing this, and then we go look at the pool first.
Just everybody be on guard.
Yeah, don't do anything yet. Does anyone else have anything they want to cast?
I'm gonna cast wristwatch, and I'm gonna count down 1 minute.
Okay.
So a minute passes. Tomar, you feel very insightful, almost as if you can see about a half second into the future.
Ugh.
Smack him on the back of the head.
Whoa.
I've never cast that
Willem's gonna
before.
sneeze. And see that? Whoa, that shit's wild.
Yeah, some powerful
Okay,
magic.
I don't like
that
this.
was really predictable. Everybody knows he has allergies.
And it's very dusty in here.
Guys, it's so dusty in here.
All right, let's go up to the pool.
Yeah.
Maybe Chaos Company. You guys hang back.
You got it. And they
Keep an
post
eye
up,
out.
all intimidating looking, like bodyguards.
I honestly forgot they were here.
We're very silent when we need to be. This seems kind of like you guys' little story arc here, so we figured we'd sit back and we'd enjoy the ride. But we're here for support.
It's very insightful for an NPC.
A what?
I'm sorry.
Do we want Zyko to come with us to the pool, or
For Hirstag, I don't know if you should go up there either.
want me to stay back?
Just
I
be
think
ready
this
to
might be just us.
be ready to do something. Pinwin, you stay back too.
Can I look at the pool though?
From a safe distance.
Okay. Oh, all right.
Just
Why can't I go in the pool?
just don't
What's
worry
in the
about
pool?
We
It's
don't,
bad?
We don't know yet.
We don't know.
Could be bad.
Could be jelly.
But what
So-
if we need help?
But I mean,
Tomar-
if we are going to test it out, I mean, if Pinwin wants to.
Well,
We'll stop trying to kill Pinwin. So Tomar, Smoochie, Willem, Gorbel, and Lewin, you all step forward towards that pool. And you arrive roughly at the same time, and you peer in, and it's a brackish, dark-colored water in there. It looks stagnant and like it hasn't moved in quite some time. But that's all you see. You can see the bottom of it, but it's very murky.
we don't see a stone or anything.
You don't see a stone or anything.
Have you all learned magics to be able to peer into the water?
I mean,
I
just
don't
use
know
my eyes,
what
and then
abilities you
I
guys
can-
have
What?
gained.
I can look into the water
well,
with my
Smoochie,
eyes.
you can see it, and it's just water. Or dark stuff.
Well, I don't know about magic or anything.
Hey, Pinwin. Why don't you toss that orb over here?
Okay. I'll throw it on over.
Okay.
How far is the entrance to the room to the pool?
About 60 feet.
Just curious.
I'm going to kind of hold it over the pool, see if
Okay.
I can illuminate anything. See
Yeah,
anything
it
in
kind of very dimly lights up the murkiness, but yeah, you can see the bottom of the. It's about 5 feet down, and that's about as far as you can see. Like it just looks like a standard brackish pool of water.
Should I put my mage hand in there?
Oh.
I put my mage hand in.
You put your mage hand in. Okay, so you summon your mage hand, and this golden hand dips into the water,
And I trace around a little bit.
and nothing happens.
So, do you definitely have to get in the pool? That's how we open the door?
I turn back to Hirstag and Pinwin. I don't know that there's anything in here, guys. Are you sure about that vision?
I step into the pool.
You step into the pool? Give me a wisdom save.
With advantage.
Mm-hmm.
16.
16 is unfortunately not enough. You guys watch as Tomar disappears below the surface of the water.
Yep.
And we'll get to it in a sec.
Well, here we go, guys. I hop in.
Okay. You feel a tugging. Give me a wisdom save. Unless you don't.
19.
19. You feel the tugging and it's intense, but you were able to resist it.
Guys, there's some sort of, I don't know, portal or something.
Are you
in
going to
here.
go through, or?
There's some sort of force. Well, I'm just saying.
I mean, if you're going after him, maybe don't fight it.
So he salutes you, which is super badass. He disappears below the surface of the water.
Tomar disappear into a pool?
Yes.
Or into a portal or something?
Yeah. And now Willem's gone too.
And we're not supposed to follow?
I yelled down there at them. Can you hear me?
You hear nothing in return.
God damn it. Okay. I'm casting telepathic bond with everybody around me right now.
Okay.
That was probably a good idea.
Well, someone
Man,
got
we
a
should have
little
done that ahead of time.
jump happy.
Someone pulled a Tomar.
Ah, son of a fuckhole.
You
I
don't have
have
open
to.
flats?
No, I do, but it's going to have to be like way high level.
Oh.
Or you can cast it as a ritual.
Which will take 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Casting telepathic bond, 6th level.
Who do you include?
Everybody
everyone in
who's
the-
in this room.
Okay.
I'm going to try to include these dudes, but I don't think it's going to work.
It does not work for those two.
Okay. Guys, wish me luck. And I
Okay.
dive in.
You dive in.
No, I don't dive. I feet first.
Okay, you feel a pull. Do you just relent and
Yeah.
Gorbel disappears
I
below
just
the
picture
surface?
I'm gonna look really closely at the water and just investigate it.
Smoochy?
I won't.
I just picture us like in Get Out. We're in the sunken place, like
You guys better not follow.
Lewin
Be safe,
jumps
my
in.
friends. And I jump in right after.
I casted
Wait.
telepathic bond, so we
Here, you
didn't have to do
Smoochie.
this.
Okay, so you 5.
are dead.
Lindsey, do you want to play Lewin for the moment?
Sure.
It's real easy. You don't remember anything.
yeah.
You just speak real softly, don't remember anything, and have an affinity for animals.
Yep. Nope. I remember.
You guys, I like that you said that because you guys feel like you're just like floating in nothingness. You can all see each other, though.
Oh, okay.
And it's very, very mildly lit up from some far off light feature. And you guys are slowly descending.
What the fuck is happening?
Are we able to see like a bottom or like
You cannot see-
It's all endless.
Can we see each
Yeah.
other?
Yeah, you can see each
Yeah.
other.
I just have this look on my face, like
Wouldn't he be like way deeper?
No, it's actually surprising. You guys aren't that far away from each other, and you're all slowly descending.
Can we
I think
breathe?
back.
You can breathe.
I think back to the people up in the room. Can you guys hear me?
They can hear you. Yes, Pinwin, you can hear.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
We hear you.
Are you okay?
What happened?
I see everybody.
This water's not even moving. So weird.
I don't know where we are. We're very slowly floating down somewhere. I'll keep you posted.
does this
Okay.
feel familiar?
It does feel very familiar, but in like a familiar but still different. Because before, when you guys went in, you felt like you were still underwater. This is different, but the sensation is the same because you could breathe before, but this is a much more vast plane.
It's very woomy in here.
We all just die.
And you slowly, slowly keep descending. And after
Something comforting about this. I thought I'd be scared of darkness, but this ain't so bad.
Comforting is a stretch.
I
Yeah, I
mean, we're
feel
all
like-
together.
I feel like I could get a nice nap in.
How far are we from the bottom?
you can't see the bottom, and you guys actually float down for what seems like a very long time. And eventually,
Anybody up for canasta?
you guys can see a bottom. and you slowly float to it. And when the moment your feet touch this rock that seems to be suspended in the middle of nowhere with a path branching out, you suddenly stop floating and you...
Can we look up?
Yep, you look up and it's just nothingness as high as you can see.
We hit the bottom, you guys. I think back.
Can I try flying with my armor?
Can we hear?
Okay.
Can we hear Gorbel talking to us?
What's that?
Yeah.
Could we hear
Yes,
Gorbel?
you can still hear Gorbel. We can hear you loud and clear, Gorbel.
So I'm going to use the armor. I'm going to start to float up a little bit and try and like look around.
Yeah, so you... Because this is, I believe... I guess it didn't specify, but it's basically levitation, which gives you the ability to kind of go to about 40 feet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you float up and you look around. It looks much like when you descended. You're in a rocky precipice, and then there's a rocky path that's almost like it was carved out, going off into the distance.
Not understanding that it's his armor that's letting him float again, I try and like...
Yeah,
I'm back up.
you don't feel the same effects.
How you doing then, man?
I'm good. This is the armor. I'm going to
Oh,
glide back down.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Should we head down the path?
Yeah.
Is there any light?
I've got my
No,
orb.
I mean, there's some faraway light. But yeah, you've got the orb still. So you've got that little dim light as well. But somewhere far away, but you can't see a source. It's just almost like the misty ether has a little bit of light to it. Enough to see.
Right.
Just barely.
A guiding light.
Yes.
Guys up top, we're heading down a rocky path.
That's not a metaphor.
Okay, just let me know if you, like, need me to jump in, because, like, I'm just...
We're ready.
we're so ready.
Okay, we need eyes up there, though.
Okay, I'm watching. I'm literally, like, at the pond, like, right above
Hirstag
it.
is like right at the pool.
Okay.
waiting
We're
for
both
them to
You guys are
get
both just peering in.
Yeah.
Zyko is also peering in, just like he's got this really serious expression on his face. All right, so you guys continue down the path, and you move down, and it takes weird meanders, ups and downs, and lefts and rights, and eventually, after another very long time, it's hard to tell how long exactly, you guys arrive at a door, a disembodied door. No wall, just a door blocking the path. It's very ornate, gold fringe around it. It's a blue door. Looks like it might be made of marble, something polished. And it's got one long golden band down the center. And it looks like there might be a seam, but there's no handles.
Have you guys ever seen anything like this?
It's pretty ornate.
Does it look like anything in the Starlight Plane?
It doesn't.
No.
Does it look like anything that we saw in the murals?
It does not.
Must be a push door.
You guys want to try and get this open?
Let's all do it
Yeah.
together.
All right, let's go.
So you guys all push against it at once, and the doors softly open, and you can see that there's about 20 more feet of path, and then there's another open precipice of rock, and there's an altar in the shape of a hand, and in the hand is a stone, a glowing greenish blue stone that you remember from your childhood.
Guys up top, we're heading through some doors. We see an altar with a hand.
Now, Pinwin, you haven't heard
And a stone.
anything from Gorbel in a while.
Oh. I thought you said we could still hear.
You could. You can't anymore.
Gorbel? Gorbel?
Can you hear that?
Come in. Come in.
Pinwin?
Over.
Breaker?
Vocha?
Breaker?
Can Hirstag can't either? Hirstag, do you hear?
Zyko?
Gorbel.
We got a bad
Anybody?
connection.
Do we gotta go get him?
He taps his ear.
Do we go
Is
get
this
him?
thing on?
Is this the stone that Hirstag
What
saw?
do we do?
I mean, it
I know
definitely
they said
sounds like the
not
one
to,
he was
but what if they're in
describing.
danger? She. Whoa.
This isn't the,
I guess it's up
the
to us
lineage
now.
stone.
I think this is him.
Him?
Calcifer.
In the stone?
A piece of him.
What do we do?
Destroy it.
How?
Beat the fuck out of it.
Start punching that shit.
It's a stone.
Damn,
Willem.
it feels good to be a gangster.
The printer scene.
Should we go? I'm going.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna jump
Wait.
in.
With recent information and knowledge coming to light with Tomar's situation, should you maybe hang back?
I was gonna say.
So Pinwin and Hirstag jump into the pool.
Yeah.
You guys find that you're just standing in a normal pool.
What?
Awesome.
I'm gonna put my face in the water and be like,
This is Stephen King shit. Okay.
What does Pinwin see?
where'd they go?
Pinwin sees nothing but a pool.
Where are they? What? They said they were floating down, and there's nothing down.
Okay.
Is there a trap door? I'm gonna try to shove my face under the water more and with my eyes open.
I'm gonna start ritually casting detect magic.
Okay.
To try to see.
That takes 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. So switch back to you guys.
Do we get any feeling emanating from this?
You do. It's a weird warmth. Warmth. Because you definitely... It's a very familiar feeling. You've definitely encountered this before. This was a very... There's something about this stone, not only that looks familiar, but feels familiar.
What about for Lewin? Anything?
Lewin also feels something very compulsory about this stone. She doesn't know anything about this world right now. She doesn't even know who she is, but she knows that there's something familiar about that stone.
I don't know what to do now.
I know this stone.
Maybe.
What?
Wait, what? You remember this?
I kind of remember this.
What do you
Do
got?
you remember
What's
this?
coming back to you?
I just remembered seeing it before.
When?
Do you remember it?
No.
Well, we remember it.
No.
We
Right.
all remember it.
Okay, think real hard.
I just remember it.
Oh my god.
Sorry, there's no exposition here.
My first inclination is to touch it, but I don't know if I
Don't
should
touch it. Don't touch it.
I'll do it.
Don't. How about we look instead
I don't
of
want
touching? Let's
to
touch
risk
with our
Tomar.
eyes.
We can't fucking just stare at this thing forever.
We can look closer.
I'll do it. I'll cast Identify on it.
You have to touch it to do
That's a
that.
good idea.
Exactly. All right, so I walk up to it.
Okay.
I reach out and
Willem, are you sure?
grab it.
He grabs it and he disappears.
Is the stone there?
The stone is still there.
Okay. Oh no, he jumped in before me. Fuck. Do I still have the telepathic bond going with people down here?
Who did anybody?
Just
Just
not
Smoochie.
Tomar.
Yeah, just Smoochie.
And Louis.
And Lewin. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, it's still going with them.
So the stone's still there?
The stone is still there.
I'll grab it too.
Okay, Lewin disappears.
Lewin, can you hear me?
You hear nothing back.
I don't know why I always touch my...
Hello.
I walk up to the stone and I look at Gorbel and I grab it.
Tomar disappears.
Fuckers.
I was gonna do it. I did it first.
Well, let's go.
I walk up and I touch it.
Okay. Smoochie disappears.
I follow.
Gorbel, since you're the last one in, you are falling from a great height once again, but this time you're falling fast.
Oh god.
Blue skies everywhere, and at the ground you can see beyond you are your friends, and they are also falling very quickly towards the ground. The entire ground itself is covered in flowers. As far as you can see, you're in a huge plain. Flowers, mountains off in the distance. But yeah, you guys are all falling right now.
I'm gonna use my BAM card.
Okay.
I'm going to raise my hands out and create a big portal around everyone.
Okay.
And it's gonna be a portal that slows us down as we descend.
All right. So you guys watch. Give me your BAM card.
I don't have it.
You guys watch as Tomar spreads his hands out, and almost as if he's being like he's in the middle here, and you're farther down. But up ahead of you, Willem, you can see like this massive, like almost like misty, like mother of pearl wind has like started to like form in the air in front of you, just about maybe 30 feet ahead of you. And as you enter it, you feel like you're slowing down. All of a sudden, your hair flies back, and you're suddenly floating, very slow, towards the ground, and you're about 100 feet from the ground. The rest of you, when you hit this, you all float down, and this portal envelops you, and once you're all inside of it, it envelops you and then slowly transports you at a very safe speed down towards the flowers. And as you land, it disperses.
What the fuck was that?
Is that you, Tomar?
Yeah.
Where'd you learn that one?
Oh my god.
I don't know.
I think I was more scared of that thing you did than actually falling.
Well, that was a fucking long way to go.
That
so.
was not what I was expecting when I touched that stone.
Okay,
where
the fuck?
where
You're
are
telling
we?
me.
Give me a perception check, everyone.
26.
What's Lewin's edition of perception?
Oh, fuck. We'll do just copy Tomar's.
Mine's 15.
I mean, do 10.
11.
10 bonus.
Yeah.
Oh, plus
so whatever
10.
you roll.
So 20?
Okay, does anybody
22.
get whoever, raise your hand if you got above 17. Okay, so you three, as you look around, you can just see flowers in every direction, like it's massive hills just kind of going off in the distance, and there's mountains way far off. But just on like a dot on the horizon, you guys can see there's a shape. It's not moving, but it looks like it's kind of large, but
Okay.
it's stationary.
Like a tower.
Not a tower, smaller. Like maybe it's 8 feet.
Let's go.
Where?
We're over there.
And when
Yeah.
he points, there's this tiny little dot that you can see. You can't really discern what it is. You either will.
What kind of flowers are they?
They're multicolored flowers. They're tulips, and they're of many different varieties. Some, the kind you really only ever see in the far northeast of Veiled, but even then, they're not ever this vibrant. There's something oddly, almost magically vibrant about these flowers.
What about the sky? What does everything look like?
The sky seems like a normal sky, but the clouds are kind of like this buttery white color, very pleasant. Everything about this seems pleasant, but there's just this weird feeling.
Willem, how are your allergies?
Strangely, we're doing okay.
And you get,
I pick one of them, and
it smells very sweet.
these are weird flowers.
Do I remember or recognize any of this?
No,
Okay.
nothing seems familiar to any of you in this plane.
How far off is this?
It's probably 500 feet off, just over the curve of a hill.
Okay.
Let's get going.
And so you guys move closer, and as you continue on, you can see that it looks to be a large chair out in the middle of nowhere. And as you get closer and closer, you can definitely see it almost looks like a throne. And the closer you get, you see that there is now a figure sitting on the throne. And it doesn't match the rest of the landscape at all, because this throne looks like it's made out of vines and thorns. And the figure is bone white, almost as if a skeleton has been wrapped in just alabaster flesh. Long, shaggy white hair hangs down. And you can tell now, the closer and closer you get, this figure can see you. And it slowly moves its head around as you guys approach. And you can see that its hands are on the rests of the chair, but they seem to be bound by vines and thorns. And, excuse me, the closer you get, you can now drink it all in. The entirety of this person's body is wrapped in thorns and vines. They seem to be bound to this chair, but very relaxed. And they seem very, very ancient. And you're within speaking distance. And the head of the man tilts and regards you all. And when you get within speaking distance, like a broken, best way to describe it would be a dusty voice, an unused voice, speaks out and says, "Hello."
Hi.
His head turns to you, Gorbel.
I've waited a long time for you to get here.
Who are you?
I am he who sits on the chair of vines.
And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Do we know anything about that? What the fuck?
Looks kind of lichy.
I am he who sits on the drum throne.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
So yeah, well that's the end of that episode.
Little three-eyed raven
All
action.
right, I like that.
Let's do another one.
You got time, right, Billy?
Yeah, we'll be fine. Sam is going to be so happy.
Well, that is it for that episode, other than the experience we have to allocate. But yeah, that was hopefully a very tense listening experience for you guys at home. So let's dole out some HP here real fast.
My mouth was
XP.
agape that
XP, yeah.
whole time. At the end.
Was it?
That was creepy.
Good, good. Okay. Sorry. I always have like a secondary page where I keep track of experience. Okay, so for today's episode session, you guys are all going to take 3,500 experience.
I take 4,000. Well, I did the BAM card.
Oh yeah, so yeah, add your extra 500 for doing your BAM card. Now keep in mind when we do the MVPC, just because he pulled the BAM card doesn't necessarily mean he deserves MVPC.
Quit metagaming.
What's happening?
Okay, you got it. For really thinking outside of the box with different things, for choosing to examine the murals that you guys could definitely have just walked by, you guys can have an additional 100 experience points. And for figuring out a little bit more about those murals, like the fact that one had been altered, and for taking a trek down memory lane, you guys can have, that 100 experience points. What else do you deserve experience for?
Tracking and seeing the scrapes against the wall in case anyone forgot where to go.
You can have 50 for that. Same for you, Hirstag, for doing it.
I think Gorbel should get some for having some foresight to cast the telepathic bond.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, you can have
Keeping
50
the-
for that.
People in
Hirstag
the
for
rear and the
casting
loop.
foresight.
50 for that. And Hirstag, you can also take an additional 50 for eating the booger drug.
Booger drug.
Drag.
For just taking that risk. Willem, you are a man of action, so you can have 100 experience points for staying true to Willem's nature and basically just grabbing shit.
Sweet. I think Tomar deserves some of that too then, because he's the first one that jumped into the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took a lot of initiative.
Yeah, you did take a lot of initiative. 100 experience.
Also for putting on that armor and floating around a little bit.
Oh yeah, for donning your new gear
Looking like a messiah.
and doing some cool shit with it. You can have an additional 50 for that.
How about coming up with the idea for Hirstag to safely send those guys down to Roundfoot Town instead of killing them all?
Oh yeah, that's a really good one. That's I'll give you 70 for that because I like things that will have eventual consequences.
I actually forgot that was part of this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
For brutally murdering all the remaining soldiers after I sent the other ones to Roundfoot Town.
Yeah, you can have 50 for that.
Oh, messed up.
Actually, no, take 100 because you sent some and then you killed some. Very brutally. I had to remember exactly what you did, and I forgot that you fucking shrapneled them to death.
Yep, walled them up and then just crushed them.
He banished his curse.
Banishing your curse.
Identifying that curse.
Yeah, so for all the identification you did, Willem, you can have 100 experience points.
Hell yeah.
For banishing your curse, Hirstag, you can have 150 experience points. Woo. And utilizing your last level of spell, even though it was possible you wouldn't be able to do anything afterwards. So that's good.
Pinwin and my interaction.
I did like that. It was very like a little bit of a rivalry, kind of like a sibling almost. Yeah, you guys can have 50 each.
Yay.
Mentioning memories of the past, that trying to get people to remember making up the peach bullshit.
Yeah, you can have 40 experience, and then everybody can have 20 for just contributing to that because it's all kind of paints a nice little role-playing picture, and you can have an additional 50 for sending Bill out.
Bill out.
Oh yeah, his goat's name is Bill.
Yeah, I gathered. Cool.
For turning into eagles and saving
that was the last
women and
one.
stuff. That was the end of the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, never mind.
Back.
Anything else?
For trying to jump into the pool, Pinwin, even though he couldn't.
You guys can each have 10 for that.
Oh, man, what about for not doing it when that was the number one thing I wanted to do?
You can have 5.
It's hard to restrain myself.
All right. So I think that means it's time for the MVPC. So,
It's a really tough one.
yeah. I'll give you, 10 seconds.
Yeah, give us a little bit.
Can I get
longer
bonus
on this
XP for coming
All over the toilet.
for actually telling the truth about the Nightmare Diamond?
Oh.
Yeah, I'll give you 50 because, yeah, that's
That's some heavy shit, too.
Yeah, that could have gone really bad for everyone.
Tie him up.
Oh, man.
This is like a serious tie for me.
Okay. I'll give you 10 seconds total. Think about it. Don't talk about it. And then we'll vote.
I didn't know our clock makes any noise.
You edit that part out.
This fucking quiet before.
Okay. On the count of 3, you guys vote. Remember, 1 for Tomar, 2 for Hirstag, 3 for Pinwin. Sorry, that was a burp. 4 for Gorbel, and 5 for Willem. 1, 2, 3, vote. Okay. All right. So we've got 3 votes for Tomar, 1 vote for Gorbel, and 1 vote for Pinwin. Tomar, why'd you vote for Gorbel?
I think it was because you were literally acting like creeped out and like afraid of being alone or whatever. Like, I don't know if that was real or not, but I felt it for some reason. Like you were selling that pretty hard.
I mean, I wasn't actually scared. We're sitting in your living room. Acting.
Get a fucking grip, nerd.
Sorry. Gorbel, go ahead and give yourself another 50 for the door solution.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Sorry. Anyway, but yeah,
Did
just
you
general
do
acting.
lock picking?
Oh shit! Yeah, 50 for that.
Tight.
Okay, so
That'd be funny if there's another way all the way down there and it's down that stairway.
Yeah.
So they're like, let's go back, and then they run down.
Oh, shit.
So yeah, Willem, why did you vote for Pinwin?
Just staying in character and doing Pinwin-y things and making it really easy for me to have fun with fucking with Pinwin.
All right, Gorbel, why did you vote for Tomar?
Okay, it was really tough for me to choose between Tomar and Hirstag, and Willem was up there for me too.
Sorry, Pinwin.
But
Fuck Pinwin.
this was kind of an OG Wolves of Moonreach kind of episode. But as awesome as Hirstag was, I had to go with Tomar. He saved our asses, first of all, which is cool. Although I don't know if we all would have died falling into flowers. Maybe. I mean, probably. But they were waiting for us, so who knows? It's a magical place.
I will say something else would have happened had that not happened.
Okay.
Oh.
So
Bad? Good?
it still could happen. So
Okay. Well, whatever. I still liked that. I thought that was clever, cool. The armor thing is awesome. He's always one of the first people to like grab on to any new equipment and learn how to use it and actually use it for cool shit like the flying stuff. That was dope. And he was honest with us about something that was probably hard to be honest about. And he took a lot of initiative and really put himself out there and put himself in danger.
nice. Pinwin, why'd you vote for Tomar?
I mean, along the same lines. I don't
Copy
remember
pasta.
during this part, do I talk in Pinwin's voice or mine?
I was pretty thorough.
Yeah, Pinwin's voice.
Okay. Well, first of all, he jumped in the pool, which is exactly what I wanted to do and couldn't do. And he did it first, just like I would have deep down. So I loved that. And then also just, it was cool seeing him. Well, he opened up about, the whole Nightmare Diamond thing. And then it was just cool seeing him be nostalgic because sometimes he's not very touchy-feely. And it was kind of cool seeing Tomar with feels.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Hirstag.
I really liked everyone's performance in this one, but I chose Tomar because of the talking about the fruit throwing and stuff like that.
Nice
I just thought it was-
improvisation, yeah.
Nice memories to kind of give the audience an idea of how they grew up and stuff.
Nice. Yeah, I agree. That was a nice little touch there. So Tomar is tonight's MVPC.
Hey.
You get 500 experience points. Take it or leave it.
I'll take it.
He's taking it, folks.
Woo! A brand new car.
All right, so that's it for us. Shout out to Chad Piper doing the intro song, Adrian Von Ziegler for rocking out with all of this background music, this lovely, lovely background music. Thanks to you listeners. We love and adore you. Thanks for checking us out. Check out our Patreon, patreon.com/D20 Syndicate. Check out all of our social media. We are on Twitter. We are on Instagram. Still on Vampire Freaks. We're never going to relinquish that account. And check us out on Facebook and YouTube, even if you want to stare at the still image and listen to us.
Eventually, we're going to have actual videos up
Yes,
on there.
eventually. But for now, it's just audio, which it's its own game. So until we ruin it with video, you guys will just have to listen.
We have a new merch site. You can access it from our website, or you can just go to teespring.com/D20 Syndicate. And there's some new shirts on there. Some of them have backs to them with stuff on the back.
We have backs.
Yeah. So go check it out. There's
Baby
some cool
got
stuff on
back. But yeah, thanks for listening to the D20 Syndicate podcast. I'm your host and DM Seth, where we go on adventures so you don't have to. Bye-bye.
Bye.
It feels good.
It sounds wet somehow.
Yeah.
It's probably just my fat.
Gross.
That was weird.
What the hell was that?
I don't know.
I think somebody's summoning zombies. Rise from your grave.
I said rise, goddammit! Why aren't you rising?
Rise, my undead dumplings.
Somebody's. Oh, my. I said
happened
medicinal,
last
and I thought it was Siri.
That is
You
one
know.
thirsty ass Siri.
I
Yeah.
know. Remember the other day?
You were like, seriously? And it's like, yeah.
It was like, yeah. I was like, Siri. My lady's here.
Jesus, I
Said
told
not
you.
to call me when I was hanging out with her.
Only on Snapchat.
Oh, so
I
I
said good
was
day.
going to tell you guys about the projectile vomit thing.
Oh, yeah.
So tell us this story.
So the other morning before work, I was in the kitchen, a little hungover, telling Seth a story, and I was trying to drink down 2 aspirin at once. They're uncoated aspirin.
But also washing it down with coffee.
So I'm standing there like right in front of Seth telling him something and talking, and I pause very briefly and I try to swallow them both at the same time. They get stuck. And they just start like melting down really quick, and they're very bitter, and I couldn't get them out. And then I just like opened my mouth and projectile vomited coffee like directly in front of me. And I tried to catch it with my hands. It was
Yeah. So she had a little pool of coffee in her hand. She's like, "Blah!" And I was like, oh my God, are you okay? And I saw Argus like running up to go lick it up. So I picked him up and I put him in the in his kennel, and I like brought her over to the sink and turned it on. I was like, "Are you dying? Like, are you okay?" And you were like kind of laughing about it. You were like, "I didn't know where to go with it, so it just came out."
It caught me by surprise.
It caught me by surprise. I thought you were like dying.
You reacted so calmly in that situation, though. I appreciate it.
There was no way freaking out was going to resolve anything, but I did see. I was like, Argus is going to eat puke and coffee. I'm not sure which is worse. And aspirin, that would probably kill him.
And surprisingly, I didn't puke on you.
Yeah.
It's good he was there because I would have thought you were a witch and kicked you or something.
It just starts punching.
There was so much coffee.
Yeah, it was like more than you drank.
But that was the only thing in my system. So luckily, it was just that.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I still have my appetite.
Yeah. Okay.